Time now for Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on WOCO Stereo FM.
Jeremiah was a bullfrog, was a good friend of mine.
Today's game being brought to you by 24/7 Well and Pump, Islandfeld, Saskatchewan, and Anderson, the NW Credit Union, O'Connell Pharmacy, the O'Connell Falls Insurance, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, and Woods Piggly Wiggly, also by America Inn, Brew Pub Pizza, Cellcom, Tri-City Glass, and Triangle Distributing.
Hello and welcome to Green Bay Bullfrog pregame show. We are here in Madison, Wisconsin, where the Green Bay Bullfrogs are set to host the Madison Mallards in Game 2 of this away series. Last night, the Bullfrogs did not get things off on the right foot. They would lose the first game of the series 16-0. Here back in Madison, after getting shut out 2 days in a row, looking to bounce back here. And it will come off of the starting pitcher, of Connor Wallersheim. Wallersheim, of course, 2-0 on the season. He will be on the bump tonight for the Bullfrogs and hopefully will pitch a solid game as the Bullfrogs are quite desperate for a win here. Coming into the game on a 3-game losing streak. Let's take a look at the league schedule on the day. The Waterloo Bucks have traveled to Thunder Bay. The Green Bay Bullfrogs, of course, here in Madison. The Kenosha Kingfish are in Fond du Lac taking on the Dock Spiders. The St. Cloud Rocks have traveled to La Crosse to take on the Loggers. The Duluth Huskies have traveled to Eau Claire to take on, or rather Eau Claire, to take on the Express. Rockford Rivet have traveled to Wausau to take on the Woodchucks. The Lakeshore Chinooks are in Michigan taking on the Battle Creek Bombers. The Rochester Hawkers are at Mankato taking on the Moondogs. Bismarck Larks are in Wilmer taking on the Stingers. The Wisconsin Rapids Raptors are in Kalamazoo taking on the Growlers. Take a look at the league standings. Of course, the South Division, the division that the Bullfrogs are in. They will only play South Division teams this season until they get to the championship game. The Wisconsin Rapids are at the top of the division, 14-1. They're on a 13-game winning streak, really an unprecedented number. The Battle Creek Bombers are second in the South Division with a 12-5 record on a 2-game winning streak. The Kenosha Kingfish come into the day 11-6. They're on a winning streak of just 1 game. The Rockford Rivets won last night's game and improved to 10-7. The Lakeshore Chinooks dropped a game last night and fall back tied for 5th now with the Madison Mallards, both teams 7-9. Green Bay Bullfrogs sit at 7th place in the South Division at 6-10. The Fond du Lac Dock Spiders are at 8th in the division at 5-11. The Wisconsin Woodchucks are 5-12 on the year, and the Kalamazoo Growlers are at the bottom of the table on an 8-game losing streak. They're 4-12. The ceremonial first pitches, of course, going down here in Wisconsin. Madison. Should be a good crowd tonight, a projected sellout. There's fireworks after the game as well. So that will be, of course, a sight to see. You can follow along on Instagram at GB Bullfrogs to get all of the stories and get in on the players and see what they're doing throughout the season. And then, of course, also, you can follow us on Twitter for by-inning updates at GB Bullfrogs. Thanks for tuning in here to the pregame show. When we come back, we'll play the interview with Aaron Pleschner. Of course, starting shortstop for the Bullfrogs. I met up with him before the game. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
At 24/7 well and pump service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site. Whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines, they'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the Oconto Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 well and pump service. Fireside Road, Oconto Falls.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American Inn hospitality.
And that was the God Bless America, of course, sung by a small child. Now for the national anthem, we'll step aside again. You're listening to the WOCO sports stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
It's Cellcom's Customer Appreciation Celebrations. Get smartphones from the top 2 brands for just a penny each, along with food prizes and sales on accessories. Cellcom, built for you. Available day of event only. New 2-year activation qualified upgrade required. Restrictions apply. Visit cellcom.com/celebrate for details.
And then was the Star Spangled Banner. I was able to meet up with Aaron Pleschner before the game to talk about his hot play. Of course, was on a 10-game hitting streak just recently before it was squandered against the Wisconsin Rapids Raptors. Listen in to the interview with Aaron Pleschner.
Going out here with starting shortstop for the Green Bay Bullfrogs, Aaron Pleschner. Aaron, going into this week, you're on a 10-game hit streak. You've been hitting fairly well. What's going good for you?
Just seeing the ball well, seeing it deep, and really focusing on seeing it in today's game.
A couple weeks into the season now, kind of gotten this feel for the Northwoods League. How do you like it?
I like it a lot. Really good competition. It's nice to face players from all around the country instead of West Coast, or East Coast, or Midwest.
Awesome. Which man you like tonight?
Thank you.
So that was Aaron Pleschner, of course, starting shortstop for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Said he's just been seeing the ball well. And boy, has he, of course, comes into the game for the Bullfrogs, supporting a batting average above 250. He's third on the team in batting average. And it is been an Aaron Pleschner show. He gets the start at shortstop in just about every single game this season, besides just 2. The Bullfrogs are joined by Alonzo Jones today. Jones out of Vanderbilt University, flew into Milwaukee today, hopped in his car, and drove all the way over here to Madison. His dad's in the stands, watching his son play for the first time here in Madison. It's a good crowd. It's expected sellout, as mentioned, on this Friday night. And we're about to get underway. The starting lineups for the Madison Mallards will be Cole Daly playing shortstop and batting first. Batting second, Cade Bunnell, second baseman. Batting third, Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. He'll be in right field. Angel Camacho will be at first base and batting fourth. Batting fifth will be Brock Weimer, who's the designated hitter today. Batting sixth for the Mallards will be Keen O'Brien, a fielder. Batting seventh will be Thomas Smart and playing third base. Batting eighth and playing center field, Zach Taylor. And in the 9-hole for the Mallards, Jake Matheny behind the plate at catcher. It'll be a Matheny battery today. As Luke Matheny out there on the mound, he gets the start for the Mallards tonight in Madison. And then, of course, behind the plate is his brother, Jake Matheny. Matheny comes into the day with 2 starts. He's 2-0 on the season. Has 11 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, and a 0.81 ERA, walking just 1 batter so far in 11 innings. A solid pitcher for the Mallards nonetheless. Your starting lineups for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Alonzo Jones will be the center fielder today for the Frogs, and he'll be leading things off. Batting second will be Aaron Pleschner, the shortstop. Batting third will be Troy Johnston. He's the start in left field tonight. Batting fourth in the cleanup spot will be Kyle Bino. Of course, sat out a couple games due to being a little sore, and so he is the designated hitter for the Frogs. Batting fifth will be Willie Bourbon and playing first base. Batting sixth, playing right field, will be Zach Rapinski. Batting seventh and playing third base will be Ben Hart. Batting eighth will be Zach Shoemaker, and he will be the catcher today for the Frogs. And batting ninth will be Grant Frazier. He gets the start at second base. So Alonzo Jones, the lefty, squares in for the Frogs. First pitch he sees. It's a fastball that is outside, 0-1. First pitch that Matheny tosses an 87-mile-per-hour heater. A nice breeze here in Madison as the 0-1 pitch is swung on. It's a grounder up the middle of the field. Second baseman charges on it, grabs it, and throws it over to Camacho in time. Cade Bunnell over at second base making the play. So that will bring up Aaron Pleschner, the shortstop for the Bullfrogs out of San Jose State University. As fans continue to trickle on in here in Madison. Aaron Pleschner, the right-hander, batting .262 on the season. He's got the hitter sleeve on today, as well as the elbow protector. First pitch he sees is a fastball that runs outside, 1-0. Pleschner stands back in here. Matheny out on the bump for the Mallards. 1-0 offering swung on, line drive into right field, and that will be caught on the fly by Jeffrey Mitchell. Out there running forward towards his left, sticks out the glove and grabs it. So 2 outs already up on the board here in the top of the first inning. Bring up Troy Johnston, the left fielder today. Gets to start in left field for the first time today, actually. Had previously played center in every single contest he's played in. Notably, Brett Hamilton not in the lineup for the Frogs, despite leading the team in batting average at .407. First pitch that Johnston sees is a changeup that's outside, 1-0. .1-0 delivery. Outside for a strike, just catches the black, 1-1. Relatively cloudy day. You can see some blue skies out in the horizon as the 1-1 offering runs outside, 2-1. Blue skies out in left field, but kind of overcast over most of the stadium here. 1-1 pitch swung on. It's a grounder to the second baseman, Bunnell. He scoops it up cleanly. Sidearm throws it over to first and gets the third out. Bullfrogs go down in order 1, 2, 3. You're listening to WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960, specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dahl, Oconto, and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So, for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin, here at Warner Park. Out on the mound for the Bullfrogs, it's Connor Wallersheim. Connor, so far this season, is 2-0 on the year. He's been a bright spot in the bullpen for the Frogs. Comes into the day 12th in the Northwoods League for ERA with a 1.38 ERA. He has 2 starts, 2 wins, and has a 13 innings pitched, has 11 strikeouts, and has walked just 4, allowing 2 earned runs throughout his time on the mound. First man up for the Madison Mallards will be Cole Daly, the Notre Dame product. He takes a cut at the first pitch he sees, but he's late on it. Fastball from Wallersheim. Swing and a miss. 0-1. 0-1 delivery. That one's right across the plate for a strike. Daly goes down in the count. 0-2. 0-2 delivery from Wallersheim. Runs inside. Low and in the dirt. Nearly clipping off the feet of Daly, in fact. 1-2. Bullfrogs went down 1-2-3 to start off this inning. As the 1-2 pitch is swung on, it's a slow grounded Pleshner. He picks it up just off the cusp of the infield grass and rockets to throw over to first, beating out Daly by about 2 steps. That'll bring up Cade Bunnell, the second baseman for the Madison Mallards. Bunnell comes into the day batting .286 on the year. Out of Madison College, not too far from the stadium whatsoever. In fact, our hotel where the Bullfrogs stayed in, just across the street from the campus. First pitch, Bunnell finds the outside black, 0-1. Yesterday, the Bullfrogs would go down 4-0 in the first inning, and the Mallards never let up. They would go on to score another in the second, 4 more in the fourth, and then tack on 6 runs in that bottom of the 8th inning. 1-1 pitch, swung on, fouled, tipped into the dirt. 1-2. Zach Shoemaker behind the plate for the Bullfrogs. This is just his 6th game played for the Frogs. The Lenore Ryan product. The 1-2 offering from Wallersheim is a breaking ball, and that's outside. 2-2 count here, 1 out on the board. The Madison College product, the lefty, stands in. 2-2 pitch, swing and a miss, strike 3. The 12th strikeout of the day for Connor Wallersheim. And that'll bring up Jeffrey Mitchell, the right fielder, out of the University of California. Batting .302 on the season. Swings at the first pitch he sees and pops that one up over in foul territory. Into the grandstands, 0-1. Relatively crowded house here. You can still see some empty seats here and there. The 0-1 delivery swung on. That one's fouled back into the backstop netting. 0-2. Supposed to be a sellout crowd. There's fireworks after the game. Weather permitting, of course. But I think that we think we're in for some solid weather. It's nice and cool. Where earlier today, actually, when the team was having batting practice, it was relatively hot. A scorched summer day. June day, rather, I should say. The 1-2 offering Mitchell runs high, evens up the count now. 2-2 with 2 outs on the board. Wallersheim out of Kent State this past season for the Golden Flashes had a solid season. As the 2-2 pitch goes by for ball 3, a full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. Wallersheim posting a 3.51 ERA for the Golden Flashes. The payoff pitch swung on it, the blooper over to third base where Ben Hart takes a little couple steps back, gets underneath of it, and grabs it easily for the third out. The Bullfrogs put the Madison Mallards down in order. 1, 2, 3. That does it for the first. We'll move to the second after this. You're listening to WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
We've heard it time and time again. You want local loan decisions and servicing, faster turnaround, and answers to your questions handled right here in Oconto. At the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, we've got all of those bases covered, from local loan decisions and on-time closings to great rates and fair terms. Visit me, Bob Schwartz, at the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. I've helped many people, and now I'd like to help you with your next loan. Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
Over the past 60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
Hello and welcome to Madison, Wisconsin here at Warner Park. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, about to get underway with the top of the second inning. We're all knotted up at Goose Eggs 0-0. Due up for the Green Bay Bullfrogs will be the 4, 5, 6 hitters, Kyle Benio, Willie Bourbon, and Zach Rapinski. Kyle Benio, the designated hitter today for the Bullfrogs, finds himself back in the lineup after a few days hiatus where he got some rest. He was a little sore, had been playing just about every game for the Frogs since the start of the season. But he finds himself back in the lineup today. The outfielder for the Bullfrogs this season has been successful. Comes into the game posting a .229 batting average. Has 10 hits on the season to go along with 4 doubles and 3 home runs. Both of those numbers lead the Bullfrogs. He's by far been the most successful heavy hitter for the Frogs this year. The righty stands in, the Youngstown State University product. First pitch he sees, swung on. It's a screaming foul ball right side into the netting there, 0-1. Benio normally a first pitch hitter. He swings at anything if it's in the zone. He's been successful with it. Bullfrogs, of course, lost last night's contest 16-0. Benio takes a cut at the 0-1 pitch. Fly ball left field. Bounces one time off the warning track, and that will fall fair for a stand-up double for Kyle Benio. Launches the 0-1 pitch into left field. It thought it might actually get out of the park off of first glance. It's the first hit of the day for either team, and Benio gets back in the lineup and gets his first hit since 4 or 5 days ago. So now a runner in scoring position in Kyle Benio at second will bring up Willie Bourbon. First baseman today for the Frogs. First pitch he sees is outside for a ball, 1-0. Bourbon stands in, the lefty out of Northwestern University. Of course, hit the walk-off home runs back on Sunday. He swings at the 1-0 pitch, and that's a blooper left side that will fall fair. They're going to send Benyo home. He's rounding third and comes in to score. The Frogs with a early 1-0 lead here in the top of the second inning. It's their first run in 2 days as they were shut out by the Wisconsin Rapids 12-0, and then last night's contest where they lose that one 16-0. So they get one here in Madison. It's just their second run in Madison all season. Coming into the game today in Madison, the Frogs were outscored 36-1. The 1-0 offering. Fastball that runs inside. 1-0. Zach Rapinski out of Nebraska stands in, the right-handed outfielder, batting 111 on the year. He got his first hit in a Bullfrogs uniform last night. The 1-0 pitch. Fastball that finds the zone, 1-1. So Willie Bourbon with the RBI single after slicing one out into left field. Rapinski stands in, the 1-1 offering to him is a fastball that runs outside. 2-1 count here, no outs on the board. Runner at first. Relatively windy day. It's kind of whipping all over the place, though, so it shouldn't have too much effect on any of the flight of the ball. Might fool some outfielders, maybe. 2-1 pitch swung on. That's a screaming liner right side. That could have hurt somebody. Good Lord. Luckily, it bounced off a seat, and I think everyone is okay. Zorpinski stands in, supporting his Nebraska batting gloves, I guess it would be. Red tops as well as white accents. 2-2 pitch runs well high. Rapinski limbos away from it. Chin music. Rapinski, of course, on a temporary contract for the Bullfrogs, came into Green Bay just 3 days ago. He's got 10 days to prove his worth for this Bullfrogs team to try to make the roster as the payoff pitch is swung on and found down into the dirt. 3-2. And whether that's for the Bullfrogs or another team, as likely the Bullfrogs have some guys coming in, but they needed an outfielder for a few days, and hence why Rapinski's here in Green Bay now. They will be joined by Mikey Filia tomorrow. Runner nearly off from first. And the 3-2 pitch runs high for ball 4. And Willie Bourbon, or rather Zach Rapinski, gets over to first safely without having to swing the bat. That'll bring up Ben Hart, the Oakland University third baseman today for the Frogs. He's batting .224 on the year, has a home run and 3 RBIs. Matheny comes set at the hip and delivers. Hart swings at the first pitch he sees and fouls it up and away. 0-1. Ben Hart last night for the Bullfrogs was the designated hitter, and he would go 0-4. Runners at first and second, no outs on the board. The 0-1 offering runs high for a ball. 1-1 count here. Mikey Filia, of course, out of UC Irvine. He'll be joining the Frogs tomorrow afternoon. Hart stands in, the righty. 0-1 pitch swung on. That one's fouled back. Just nipping the top of the netting there. That one, if the net's not there, might come straight up into my booth here. So Ben Hart stands back in. Runners at first and second take their leads. It's Rapinski and Bourbon respectively. 1-2 pitch runs high and inside. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes. Ben Hart struggled this past year for Oakland, hitting just under 200. But had a solid season the year before. 2-2 pitch swung on. That one's fouled off. Ben Hart fighting to stay alive here. We'll stay at 2-2. He would bat .306, which would be second on his team 2 years ago. He's a redshirt junior and suffered through some injuries. Gets some at-bats here in Green Bay. He's a solid infielder. The Bullfrogs have used him at second and third. The 2-2. Swung on, line drive right side. That will drop fair. They're going to send Bourbon round. He's going to come in and score. It'll be an RBI single for Ben Hart and the Bullfrogs with a 2-0 lead here in Madison. Zach Rapinski manages to scamper it around all the way to third, and so runners on the corners here for Zach Shoemaker, the Lenore Ryan catcher. There's still no outs on the board, and the head coach is going to come out and have a word with his pitcher. It's the pitching coach, Matt Lamont. He's going to come out, calm him down here. Of course, the Bullfrogs last night get shut out 16-0. But a good start to this one as they have a 2-0 lead here in the top of the second inning. Grant Frazier standing on deck. If he gets up to the bat, then he will likely, or rather the Bullfrog will have bat around. So it's 2 RBI singles for the Frogs for their 2 runs coming from Willie Bourbon, who just came around to score for the Frogs. And then, of course, the Ben Hart RBI single that scores Rapinski, or rather Willie Bourbon, from second. So Zach Shoemaker will dig in for the Frogs. Shoemaker hasn't played in that too many games at all. This is just his 6th of the season, and in 17 at-bats, he just has 1 hit. Currently at the bottom of the batting average list for the Frogs, batting just .059 on the season. First pitch he sees is a fastball that finds the outside black, 0-1. The Oklahoma State right-handed hurler out there for the Mallards steps off the rubber and motions a "what do you want me to do" type of motion over to his coaches by the bullpen. Steps back on the rubber and steps off again. He must be confused with some signs. A little frustrated with his brother, as it is the Matheny battery here, Lake Matheny and Jake Matheny. Pitching and catching with each other. What a great story that is. Of course, they go to different schools. The catcher Matheny, of course, out of Indiana University and Oklahoma State, respectively, for the pitcher. 0-1 offering swung on. It's a high bouncer to the second baseman, and that will be an E4, and the Bullfrogs get a run across. Rapinski comes in and scores for the Bullfrogs. Zach Shoemaker gets on base. It won't go down as a hit. It's a high bouncer to the second baseman there. Ben Hart manages to get over to second. He gets it in his hand, fakes a throw to second base. Not sure if the shortstop wasn't there on time or if he changed his mind, but as he pump faked it, it fell out of his hand. Grant Frazier squares in, shows bunt, but misses. He goes down the count 0-1. Frazier averaging .081 on the year. So the Bullfrogs take a 3-0 lead off of the E4. That one's bunted to the pitcher there, and he makes a phenomenal play at it and gets a double play. It's bunted right up in the air back to the pitcher. He makes a diving play. Zach Shoemaker, or rather, Ben Hart at second had taken off for third, and then he gets caught between the base pass, and the pitcher Matheny stands up and throws it out over to second base for the double play. Wow. So Grant Frazier pops it up to the catcher there for the 1-6 double play. Alonzo Jones stands in. First pitch he sees is a fastball that runs outside. 1-0. Jones, of course, playing for the first time today in a Bullfrogs uniform. rocking the number 20 on his back. The Bullfrogs, of course, in their road unis. Runner off from first. Throw down to second. In time. Zach Shoemaker caught stealing for the third out. And that will do it for the top of the second inning. Bullfrogs take a 3-run lead, however. They're up 3-0 off of 3 hits in that top of the second. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream. We'll be back for the bottom of the second after this. It's on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Do you feel like you're paying too much for your medication? Stop in at O'Connell Pharmacy and see our pharmacist, Ron or Poom, about our cost minimization program. We can save you some money. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
We all want to be self-sufficient, whether it's fixing projects at home, whether it's changing the oil on the car, or maybe even keeping your checkbook balanced. But when it comes to income taxes, trust me, you don't want to do it yourself. You don't want to do it with someone that just does it 3 months a year as a little sideline job. You need to work with a proactive 24/7 CPA firm that can actually get you results and keep more money in your pocket. Pick up the phone today, 715-735-0583.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin, here at Warner Park at the Duck Pond. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, about to get underway with the bottom of the second inning, where the Bullfrogs have taken a 3-0 lead after a 3-run top of the second. Due up for the Madison Mallards will be Cole Daly and Angel Camacho, Brock Weimer, and Kean O'Brien, as of course the Mallards will go down 1-2-3 back in the bottom of the first. Last night, of course, the Bullfrogs dropped the contest 16-0 in an absolute blowout. Coming into the game today, the Bullfrogs have been outscored by the Madison Mallards 36 to just 1. It was a Ben Hart home run back in the 20-1 battery. But here the Bullfrogs have started things off on the right foot. They're up 3-0 over the Mallards here in the bottom of the second. They've struggled this season going down early in contests. Majority of the time when they take the lead, they've kept it and won the contest. 3-0 pitch, runs high and inside, 1-0. Just one time this season has the Bullfrogs taken the lead and then not kept it. The 1-0 pitch swung on, line driving to right field, tracking to his right is Rapinski, and he makes the play. What a play by Zach Rapinski, the Nebraska product out there, running to his left, stretching, and just managing to make the play right in front of the duck blind. There's a 3-story beer garden out in right field, and the bottom story kind of sits right in the field of play. I mean, you're ground level with the game. And there's a net that separates, of course, the field of play and that area. In fact, Rapinski falls into the net, making the play on the ball. A solid effort for the first out. And a 1-1 count here now for Brock Weimer. The offering runs inside, 2-1. Brock Weimer out of SIUE so far this season for the Mallards, posting a .255 average. He takes a cut at the 2-1 pitch. It's a fly ball in foul territory right side, and a fan will go home with a souvenir after that one. 2-2 count. It was a well-hit ball by Camacho. Give him credit for it. But a better play by the Nebraska product. 2-2 pitch, swung on and missed, strike 3, the second strikeout of the day for Connor Wallersheim. That'll bring up Kean O'Brien out of Madison College. Kean O'Brien so far on the season, a batting .323, has 10 RBIs on the year. First pitch he sees, fastball, and comes across the plate, 0-1. Kind of has a funky batting stance. The right-handed batter just kind of puts the bat right in front of his stomach almost. 0-1 pitch. Swung on. It's a slow runner left side. Aaron Pleshner comes up on it, makes the grab, and throws it over to first for the third out. I'm not sure what happened there. Keane O'Brien is still standing at home plate. The Bullfrogs have come off the field and are running towards their dugout. The umpire motioned out. Keane O'Brien is still at home plate swinging his bat around. I'm not sure if maybe he thought that it went foul or what happened, but it was a nice play by Aaron Pleshner to run out and grab it, and then he realized that nobody was running over to first, and he just kind of tossed it over there. There's kind of some confusion around the ballpark as to what exactly happened. The head coach out there, Scott Donnie, is by the pitcher's mound waiting for the umpires to finish their conversation as they are huddled up, and they will call him out. Scott Donnie is irate out there in the middle of the field for the Mallards. He's motioned around. All the umpires have kind of just walked back to their spots, and he's beside himself that they've just called the batter out. But it does it for the second inning. The Bullfrogs put them down in order after the 6-3 ground down. You're listening to WOCO on the Bullfrogs Radio Sports Network. We'll come back with a third inning after
Get the
this.
camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not the kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation, flex agreement, and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. The Bullfrogs with a 3-0 lead here in the top of the third inning, It'll still be Luke Matheny out there on the mound for the Madison Mallards. Due up for the Frogs will be the 1-2-3 hitters, Alonzo Jones, Aaron Pleshner, and Troy Johnston. Jones, his last time up in his first at-bat as a Bullfrogs here in the Northwoods League, grounded out to second base. I talked to him before the game, and he was really impressed by the stadium here. His dad was beside himself. He said, man, this thing looks like a minor league park, even AAA maybe. I said, yeah, well, Madison does it right, it seems. A big crowd here, likely close to sellout. That duck blind out there in right field packed to the brim, and so is the one out in left field, the Budweiser garden out there. Nonetheless, Jones, the lefty, stands in. First pitch he sees, he swings at it, but it misses, 0-1. I'm unsure if Jones is a left-handed hitter or if he's a switch hitter, because on the roster it's stated that he's a right-handed hitter, but he's batting lefty here. The 0-1. Outside corner, 1-2. Jones out of Columbus, Georgia. Played for Vanderbilt this past season. Of course, who made that super regional run before getting eliminated. The 0-2 pitch to him. Swung on and fouled back. Will stay at 0-2. This past season for Vanderbilt, Jones struggled a little bit. Ended up the season batting just around 200. As the 0-2 pitch goes by for a ball, 1-2. But back in 2016, Alonzo Jones had a phenomenal season where he batted .285, had 35 RBIs, and would be a freshman All-American. The 1-2 pitch swung on and missed. Strike 3 for the first down. That will bring up Aaron Pleschner, the shortstop for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. Pleschner flew out to right field his last time up off of a well-hit ball. Pleschner, of course, out of San Jose State University. Got to meet up with him before the game. If you didn't catch that interview, go listen in on the Bullfrogs Twitter page at GB Bullfrogs. First pitch, Pleschner sees, runs inside for a ball. He showed a bunt, but pulled it away. 1-0. Steps out of the batter's box and steps back in. Matheny comes standing and delivers the 1-0. Swung on, fouled back here. Past the press box. 1-1 with 1 out on the board. Aaron Pleschner this past year for San Jose State posted a .275 batting average, which is good for third on the team. Batting .262 here in Green Bay thus far. The 1-1 inside for a ball, 2-1. When I told him today that he had a 10-game hit streak, he didn't know. He's just kind of been playing, and that surprises me. He said, when did I lose it? I didn't realize. 2-1. Swung on. That one's fouled back. Evens up the count 2-2. Lost it back against the Wisconsin Rapids, where the Bullfrogs would lose to 7-1 in the home contest before dropping a 12-0 shutout 2 nights ago. Bullfrogs in their last 3 games have been defeated in unprecedented runs to just 1. The 2-2 swung on. That one's fouled off. Pleschner stays alive. 16 runs last night, 12 the night before. For 28, you tack on 7 more, so 35-1. The 2-2. Swung on. That's a chopper up the middle of the field. Will it find the gap? No. Throw to first. Not in time. Shortstop Cole Daly running over to grab it just behind the second base bag. He fumbles with it while he's trying to scoop it up and throw it over to first. As Pleschner's quick, you got to be fast with him. And it's a little bouncer towards him. He kind of bobbles it in his hand, finally gets it and throws it. Honestly impressive that he managed to even get a throw off over to first. As Troy Johnston digs in. Johnson 0 for 1 on the day, grounded out to second. His first time up, back in the first inning. Watches the first one go by for a ball, 1-0. Pleschner with the hit on that one. That's the 4th of the day for the Frogs. It's a tough play to make. I probably would have scored that a hit myself. Go back to first. Pleschner back safely. A rocket over there, though. That one's close. So the Bullfrogs with a 3-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd. Here in front of an impressive crowd in Madison, always is. The 1-0 pitch, Pleschner off, swung on. It's a line drive to the second base. It gets past him. Pleschner now coming into third, and he'll get there standing up. An impressive hit and run there by the Bullfrogs. It was nearly a line out to Cade Bunnell over at second base, but it just gets past him. It was a hot shot to him. He can't make the play on it, and it escapes into the outfield. That one will likely be a hit as well, but it was close. Bunnell with the lone error on the day for the Mallards. Things are starting to go the Bullfrogs' way here. The 5th hit of the day goes to Troy Johnston. That'll bring up Kyle Bino, who belted a double his last time up. First pitch he sees, runs inside for a ball, 1-0. Kyle Bino, of course, back up in the lineup after sitting out the last couple of games due to soreness. Runners on the corners here with 1 out on the board. The 1-0 delivery. Swung on and missed. 1-1. Bino out of Youngstown State University. On the permanent contract after making the team after proving his worth after his temporary contract expired. Righty stands in. They step off the mound, or rather, the pitcher steps off the mound, and runners scamper back. Calvino stands back in. The righty versus righty matchup here. The 1-1 delivery. Swung on, fly ball, foul territory right side, and up and out of the grandstands. 1-2. Bino would come around to score in that bottom of the second, a 3-run, or rather top of the second, 3-run second inning for the Bullfrogs. Willie Bourbon on deck for the Frogs here with runners on the corners. Bino stands in, the 1-2 delivery, swung on, blind drive into left field. That's going back, warning track, and gone. A 3-run shot for Kyle Bino, and the Bullfrogs take a 6-0 lead here in Madison. Aaron Pleshner comes in to score. Troy Johnston will come across the plate. And Kyle Bino with his 4th home run on the season. Now 2 for 2. Welcome back to the lineup, boy. Wow. What a shot off the bat. You knew it was gone. And the Frogs now with a 6-0 lead. Trying to get redemption after last night's 16-0 battering. Matheny comes into the game today for the Madison Mallards, pitching absolutely phenomenally. In 2 starts, he was 2-0. In 11 innings pitched, had 8 strikeouts, and had just a .81 ERA, had just let 1 run come across the entire game. He will be visited by the pitching coach to try to calm him down here. Here on this Friday night in front of a near sellout crowd, he has struggled. As now the likes of 5 hits have come across for the Bullfrogs. Or rather 6, counting the Kyle Bino home run, the 3-run shot. His first 3-run home run of the season. He had previously had 2 2-run home runs. And then a solo shot as well. It's his 4th home run on the season. He leads the team. Only 2 other players, or rather 3 other players, have managed a home run this year. Alex Pinner, Ben Hart, Willie Bourbon, and of course Troy Johnston, who has 2 on this season. So Willie Bourbon, the lefty, stands in here, trying to keep the hot start here going. First pitch he sees is outside for a strike, 0-1. Bourbon supporting his purple Northwestern batting gloves tonight for the Frogs. One of just 2 players on this Bullfrogs team that supports the old school pants rolled up look. As that one goes by for a strike. 1-1 here with 1 out on the board. Nobody on. Of course, the Mallards, every single player on the team supports that old school look. Big fan of it, personally. 1-1 pitch, swung on. Belting line drive left side. Back in foul territory. In fact, it bounces into the area over there behind the third baseline stands where you can play some games. Jump around in a bouncy house, if you may. There's some slides over there, too. The 1-2 pitch to Bourbon. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. The fans love it as Bourbon tonight's the beer batter for the Green Bay Bullfrogs. And so since he struck out, it's 2-for-1 beer. So 2 outs on the board will bring up Zach Rapinski, who was walked his last time up. The second strikeout of the night, or rather of the inning and the night, actually, for Matheny. That'll bring up Zach Rapinski out of Nebraska University, batting .111 on the year. Has just 1 hit in 9 at-bats. 0-1 pitch to him, swung on and fouled back into the backstop. 0-2. A big swing from Rapinski. Kyle Benio absolutely drilled that home run. I mean, I think that was in the second deck of the Budweiser Beer Garden. The 0-2 pitch swung on. It's a slow grounder to the shortstop up the middle of the field, Cole Daly. It's a slow bouncer that goes just beyond the second base bag. Daly scoops it up and makes the sidearm toss over to first for the third out. The Bullfrogs go down here in the top of the third, but not before they get 3 runs across off of a Kyle Benio blast. That'll do it here for the top of the third inning. We'll come back with the bottom of the third after this. You're listening to the Bullfrogs Radio Network on the
Is the frozen pizza that you're eating at home tired and worn out? It just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brewpub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brewpub Pizza. Brewpub Lots of Matzo Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
American Inn Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
Hello and welcome back to Madison. Due up for the Madison Mallards here will be Thomas Smart, Zach Taylor, and Jake Matheny. As the Mallards are 0 for 6 on the day, it's the 7, 8, 9 hitters. 0-1 offering runs high, 1-1 count now. Just as a friendly reminder, you can always tune in and follow along on Twitter at GB Bullfrog. Thomas Smart picks up some dirt and rubs it on his bat and stands back in. The 1-1 delivery to Smart. Swung on and missed. Strike 2. Connor Wallersheim so far in this one has pitched a solid game, to say the least. Wallersheim comes set, rocks, and delivers the 1-2. Swung on, line drive right side. Foul. Will stand 1-2. Zach Taylor so far this season for the Madison Mallards has yet to record a hit, as he is a newcomer to this team out of Illinois. First pitch he sees runs high, 1-0. The 1-0 pitch. Swung on, fly ball right field. Tracking forward is Rapinski. Gets a read on it, gets underneath of it, and grabs it for the second out. 2 up, 2 down. The second fly out of the night out there to right field. Rapinski playing a solid defensive game in this one thus far. He's got 2 put-ins. That'll bring up Jacob Matheny, of course, brothers with the starting pitcher Luke Matheny. On the season, Matheny batting a .125, has 2 RBIs on the year. First pitch he sees is a fastball that comes right across the plate, 0-1. The 1-0 delivery. Swung on and missed. Matheny goes down in the count, 0-2 with 2 outs up here on the board. Wallersheim comes set. Rocks back and delivers the 0-2. Swung on, ground ball to Aaron Pleshner at shortstop. He throws it over to first, and it's in time, beating Matheny by a solid 3 or 4 steps. Wallersheim puts them down in order. 1, 2, 3. The Mallards 0 for 9 on the day. That'll bring up the 4th inning. That'll do it here for the 3rd. We'll come back with the 4th after this. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Have you discovered the privileges of membership? NEW Credit Union is a full-service, member-owned financial cooperative, where many of the services are low-cost or no-cost. NEW Credit Union offers a full range of financial management products, including savings, share draft checking, consumer, auto, recreational vehicle, and home loans, as well as financial counseling resources. Offices are located at 301 Jackson Street, O'Connell Falls, 405 Pecor Street, O'Connell, and 717 East Main Street, Surrey. Online at newcu.org. We also have easy member account access with your smartphone through our mobile money app. NEW Credit Union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration and is an equal housing opportunity lender, serving all who live or work in Brown, Marinette, Oconto, and Shawano counties. Members matter most at NEW Credit Union, where we can help you own it.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin. New hurler out there on the mound for the Madison Mallards. It will be number 38, Sam Cottenham Beard. Cottenham Beard, the right-handed pitcher out of Western Illinois, has pitched this season against the Bullfrogs already, where he would come in relief and pitch solidly as well, not allowing any runs in that contest. He has allowed 4 earned runs on the season, however, for a 3.72 ERA. Cottenham Beard, in 9 2/3 innings pitched, has allowed 7 hits, 4 runs, 5 walks, and has tossed 9 strikeouts for no decisions on the year. Cunningham Beard, this will be his 6th appearance out on the mound for the Mallards. The Bullfrogs with a 6-0 lead here in the top of the 3rd inning. Top of the 4th inning. Due up for the Bullfrogs will be Ben Hart, Zach Shoemaker, and Grant Frazier, the 7, 8, 9 hitters. Cottenham Beard rocks back and delivers. It's a fastball that runs inside, 1-0. Cottenham Beard, the righty, rocks back and delivers the 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed. 1-1. Beard, kind of the more heftier guys out there on the mound for the Mallards. Short and stocky, rather, I should say. Doesn't quite look like a pitcher. The 1-0 pitch runs high for a ball. 2-1 count here, no outs on the board, nobody on. Bullfrogs with a 6-0 lead. Ben Hart stands back in, the 2-1 delivery. Swing and a miss, evens up the count, 2-2. Ben Hart 1 for 1 on the day. Would get a base hit back in that 2nd inning. It was an RBI that would score Willie Bourbon. So Hart stands back in, the righty out of Oakland University. The 2-2 offering to him. Outside for a full count here. 3 balls, 2 strikes. The payoff, swung on, line drive to the shortstop, and he squeezes it, makes the snag for the first down. That was Cole Daly, takes a few steps to his left, reaches out his arm, extends it all the way, and just manages to get it in there for the first down. That'll bring up Zach Shoemaker, the catcher today for the Frogs. He's supporting the Team Franklin batting gloves. Of course, Franklin batting gloves sponsoring the entire Northwoods League with batting gloves. Shoemaker swings at the first pitch he sees. It's a grounder to the 3rd baseman, Thomas Smart. He makes the catch around his hips and throws it across the field for the 2nd out, beating out Shoemaker by a solid 6 steps or so. So that'll bring up Grant Frazier, who's 0 for 1 on the day. He would ground out to line out to the pitcher off of a bunt. The pitcher would then get up and throw it over to second for the 1-6 double play. Frazier watches the first one go by for a strike. He's down the count 0-1. Cottenham Beard steps back and delivers the 0-1 pitch. It's a ground ball right side to the second baseman, Cade Bunnell. He picks it up cleanly, throws it over to first, and grabs the third out. The Bullfrogs go down in order. That'll do it here for the top of the fourth. We'll come back with the bottom of the fourth after this. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Bullfrogs lead 6-0.
If you don't know everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
Attention pizza lovers, have you tried a Brew Pub pizza? Designed to be the best of the best pub pizzas ever made, every Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizza is made with your favorite premium meats and veggies and topped with over a half pound of award-winning Wisconsin mozzarella cheese. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas are made right here in Wisconsin. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas are available at your local grocer and tavern. Check Brew Pub Pizzas out at facebook.com/brewpubpizza and get more details at brewpubpizza.com. Brew Pub Lots of Matza pizzas, official frozen pizza of the Green Bay Bullfrogs.
Hello and welcome back to Warner Park here in Madison, Wisconsin. It is an absolute phenomenal night for some baseball here in the Northwoods League. The Bullfrogs lead the Madison Mallards 6-0 here in the bottom of the fourth inning. It's still Connor Wallersheim out on the bump for the Bullfrogs. He's pitched a phenomenal game, has not allowed a walk, and has not allowed anyone to get on base. The Mallards are 0 for 9 on the day. Cole Daly will stand in. The first pitch he sees from Wallersheim's a fastball and finds the outside of the plate, 0-1. Wallersheim, of course, coming into the game today for the Frogs, supporting a very solid ERA. In fact, finds himself on the top 15 list in the Northwoods League. 0-2 offering, change up that runs low. It's in the dirt, 1-2. Wallersheim, of course, with a 1.39 ERA. Which is good for 15. The 1-2. Swung on, grounded right back to Wallersheim, and he makes the play on it, throws it over to first, and it's in time for the first out. Nice play there from the pitcher. Good reflexes. The lefty there stands in, tosses the pitch. It comes right back to him, and he catches it off of the second to bounce. That was around his hip. That's an easy throw over to first for the 1-3 out. That'll bring up Cade Bunnell, the second baseman today for the Mallards. He's 0 for 1 with a strikeout. He takes a cut at the first pitch he sees, but misses. Falls behind the count, 0-1. The left stands back in and waits. The 0-2 pitch, breaking ball, and comes in for a ball, 1-1. Cade Bunnell, of course, out of Madison College. He's a guy that's familiar with the area. Out of Staunton, Wisconsin. As the 1-1 pitch goes by for a ball, 2-1. A lot of students still around the area. If you go downtown Madison, you can see them all throughout. 2-1 pitch. Did he go around with a check swing? No, he didn't. Shoemaker wanted the appeal. So a 3-1 count here with one out on the board. Bullfrogs with a 6-0 lead. Bunnell, the Madison College product, stands in. Last season for the Wolfpack managed a .291 batting average. 1 pitch outside for ball 4, and the Mallards have their first base runner of the game. And that'll bring up Jeffrey Mitchell Jr., the right fielder. Mitchell, of course, out of Pleasant Hill, California. Plays for the Mallards. Coming out of California. 5'11", 190 product. He's a big guy. Tell he's got some power to him. A lot of these Bullfrogs, or rather Mallards roster does. The 1-0 offering. Swung on. Line drive. Foul territory left side. 1-1. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. comes into the day batting .292 on the year. He's got 2 home runs to his name to go along with 10 RBIs. The 1-1. Inside for a ball, 2-1. So 2-1 count here with 1 out on the board. A runner over at first in Cade Bundle. He was walked. The Bullfrogs have a 6-0 lead. Connor Wallershaw out on the bump, delivers the 2-1 pitch. It's a line drive in left field, fly ball. Tracking back is Johnston at the wall, makes the grab. Nearly getting out of the stands there. That would have been a 2-run shot for Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. Troy Johnston manages the play right against the wall. In fact, falls back into it as he's making the play for the second out. I don't think that would have left the stands if Johnson wouldn't have gotten there in time. I think that would have bounced on the warning track. But nonetheless, 2 outs on the board, and Angel Camacho digs in for the Mallards. Watches the first one go by for a strike, 0-1 count. Camacho 0 for 1 on the day. He would line out to right field his last time up. Wallersheim comes set, delivers the 0-1 pitch. That's a fly ball left field foul. Camacho got a lot of that one. Just pulled it a little too much there as it bounces close to the parking lot, in fact. That's how far that thing got out of here. Nonetheless, he stands back in. The righty. Wallersheim takes a breath, checks the runner at first, and comes home with the 0-2 pitch. It's a changeup that is just outside, 1-2. One-two pitch. Swung on, fly ball into shallow right center field. Alonzo Jones has a read on it, and he gets underneath of it and makes the grab for his first put out of the season. That'll do it here in Madison for the 4th inning. We're going to move to the 5th after this. The Bullfrogs lead 6-0. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Tri-City Glass and Doors, locally owned and family operated, and has been since 1960. Specializing in commercial glass projects and automotive glass repair. Having grown up right here in Northeast Wisconsin, Tri-City understands your needs and wants to be the residential glass and door professionals you can count on. They're here for your family in all of life stages, from building an addition on your home for your newborn to applying Aquapel to your new driver's car. Additionally, they are locally owned, so there's no hoops to jump through. You can call them or come in at any time to talk directly to one of their glass and door experts.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dahl and Oconto and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dahl and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dahl at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin. My name is Dylan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs. You are listening to the WOCO Sports Stream Bullfrogs Radio Network. We're here at Warner Park, the Duck Pond, and the Bullfrogs have a 6-0 lead over the Madison Mallards. Last night, the Bullfrogs would drop game 1 of this away series 16-0. And coming into the contest, the Bullfrogs were outscored in this park 36-1. The Bullfrogs, however, have started things off on the right foot here, and it's due to a 2-run top of the second and a 3-run top of the second and a 3-run top of the third. They lead 6-0. Cottenham Beard out there on the mound still for the Madison Mountains. The righty comes set out of Western Illinois. Due up for the Bullfrogs will be the 1-2-3 hitters. Alonzo Jones will get his third at-bat as the Green Bay Bullfrogs. He'll start things out. The center fielder out of Vanderbilt University. Join the Bullfrogs today out at Rookies, which is where the Bullfrogs eat their lunch today. It's a really cool place. It's owned by the owner of the Bullfrogs, Mallards, Rafters, and Kingfish. He owns a shoebox store where the Bullfrogs stop by and got some nice discounts on some new picks. And then they would go to Rookies, which is this really cool sports bar type place that has some delicious fish. We had a fish fry there, and Jones would meet us there. There's this wiffle ball in the background that you can play on, open to anybody. Jones outs the first pitch he sees right side and gets his first hit in a Bullfrogs uniform. So he's now standing over at space now for the Frogs. That'll bring up Aaron Plushner, the shortstop. The righty out of San Jose State is 1 for 2 on the day. He got a base hit his last time up in the third, but would fly out to right field his last time up. So Jones over at first. It's the first time that he has gotten on base in a Bullfrogs uniform. And he takes the lead. He's a speedy guy. First pitch he sees, Plushner sees that. Takes a cut at it, but misses 0-1. Alonzo Jones, when I say he's speedy, he is speedy. The guy set the record for the fastest 60-yard dash time on grass at Perfect Game Combine. He's quick. A sub 6 seconds, 6. And he slides back in to first off of the throwback from the pitcher Cottenham Beer. Jones takes lead at first, putting the sliding glove on his left hand. Cottenham Beard comes set and delivers the 0-1 pitch. And that's fouled off by Pleshner. He falls behind in the count 0-2. Jones was a perfect game All-American back in high school. He played in the Under Armour All-American game and won 2 national championships back then. As Pleshner comes in. So Jones hopefully will bring a spark to this Bullfrogs team that has struggled here recently. As mentioned, have been outscored in their last 3 games 35-1. They sit at 6-10 on the season. Of course, facing off against a Mallards team that's 7-9. The 0-2 pitch was well outside. It's a 1-2 count now. The 1-2 delivery just misses the zone. That was close. Wow. Fletcher let it go by. That evens up the count 2-2 here. Jones's high school team in Columbus, Georgia was unbelievable. The 2-2. Swung on. It's a slow ground around the middle of the field. Jones slides in to not in time. Throw to first. Not in time. Rather, the throw to second was in time. It was a grounder to Cole Daly, a little bouncer. He picked it up, underhand, tossed it to the second baseman. Jones so fast, he nearly got there in time. Aaron Pleshner, he's quick enough to get over to first. Just beating out the throw by a step. So he's over at first off of the fielder's choice. And that'll bring up Troy Johnson, the center fielder. 1 out on the board now. Bullfrogs lead 6-0. Runner off from first. Throw to second. In time. Got Aaron Pleshner. He disagrees with it, but he can't do nothing about it. He's going to have to jog on over now to back to the dugout after getting caught stealing. Bullfrogs 0 for 2 trying to steal second against Jake Matheny today. So Troy Johnson digs in now, down 0-1 in the count as the pitch that came across was a strike. The 0-1 offer. Outside for a ball, 1-1. 2 outs on the board now. Top of the 5th inning. Kyle Beno's on deck. He belted a 3-run shot his last time up. The 1-1 delivery. Swung on. That one's fouled off the side, up and out of the stands. Falls into the football field that borders the stadium here. Johnson stands in the 1-2 delivery. That one's outside. Evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the 5th. Bullfrogs have lead 6-0. The 2-2. That's outside. Moves to a full count. Troy Johnson out of Gonzaga University. For the Bullfrogs this past season, batted .323. Had a great season. In fact, I'm surprised he wasn't a freshman All-American. The payoff to him. Swung on and missed. Strike 3. That's the 3rd out. The Bullfrogs go down. So that will do it here for the top of the 5th inning. We'll move to the bottom of the 5th after this. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin, every Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brew Pub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizza right now from the concession stand, or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brew Pub Lots of Matza Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
Did you know that we here at the O'Connell Pharmacy would mail your prescriptions to you? At the O'Connell Pharmacy, we would like to make things easy for you. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin. My name is Nolan Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, about to get underway with the bottom of the 5th inning. Connor Wallersheim still out on the bump for Green Bay Bullfrogs. Has yet to give up a hit in this one. The lefty out of Kent State University. Due up for the Madison Mallards will be Brock Weimer, Kean O'Brien, and Thomas Smart. Brock Weimer, the designated hitter today for the Madison Mallards. The righty stands in. Weimer out of SIUE. Grew up in Edwardsville, Illinois. First pitch he sees. Swings at it and fouls it back. 0-1. Batted .329 this past season at SIUE. And had a .471 on base percentage. Takes a cut at the 0-1 pitch. It's a grounder to Ben Hart at third. The throw to first is off the bag. That will go down as an E5. And it gets underneath of something over there on the right side, and so he'll be awarded the base at second as well. Ben Hart, normally a second baseman for the Frogs, has had a couple starts over at third. Scoops that one up cleanly, and really an impressive play. But the throw to first is not in time. It's well off the bag. Nothing Willie Bourbon could have done about it. So a runner at second now. Worth noting, the Mallards still haven't gotten a hit, and that one will go down as an E5. Kean O'Brien stands in now. He's 0 for 1 on the day. Grounded out to the shortstop his last time up in the 2nd inning. Wallersheim comes home. Fastball runs low, 1-0. A great crowd here, as mentioned a few times, on this nice June Friday night. What a great way to start your weekend. The 1-0 pitch Comes across, gets away from Shoemaker. He picks it up, and the runner manages to get over to third off of the pass ball. So a 2-0 count now. With no outs on the board, Kean O'Brien stands in. Runner just 9 feet away from trying to start to attack off of this Bullfrogs lead. They lead 6-0. He swings at the 2-0 pitch. It's a flying ball into right field. Rapinski gets underneath of it. The runner will tag up and score for the Mallards. So a sacrifice fly for Kean O'Brien. It's an unearned run. The Mallards get one back. They trail 6-1. And that will bring up Thomas Smart, the third baseman. Smart so far on the day is 0 for 1. Swings at the first pitch he sees. It's a grounder to the left side. Ben Hart grabs it, throws it over to first. Doesn't have enough power, and the runner gets on a base safely. That's the first hit of the day for the Mallards. It's an infield single that does it. And so now the Mallards with a little bit of life. They get their first hit and their first run across here in the bottom of the 5th inning as Zach Taylor digs in. He flew out to right field his last time up. First pitch he sees, it's a fastball that finds the outside black, 0-1. Zach Taylor, a relatively new addition to this team for the Mallards, just came in out of Illinois. The 0-1 delivery, change up that's inside, 1-1. Wow, that thing lost some umph on that one. Just 73 miles per hour as it comes across. So a 1-1 count here with one out on the board. Wallersheim checks the runner at first and comes home. That change up finds the zone. 1-2. Taylor 0 for 1 on the day and 0 for 1 in his career. The 1-2. Fastball that runs outside, evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out, and a runner at first. Some nice pine trees that line the center to right field walls. That picnic area out in left field, it's a great ballpark here. 2-2 pitch, swung on, fouled off left side. A bouncing little grounder that nearly hits the cameraman over there, but he's okay. Count stays at 2-2. Wallersheim comes set on the mound for the Frogs and delivers the 2-2 pitch. It's a bouncing fastball that nearly gets away from Shoemaker. And it moves it to a full count, 3 balls, 2 strikes. The Bullfrogs would start things off on the right foot. They would score 3 runs in the top of the first inning and then would tack on 3 more in the third. Or rather, they would score 3 in the second and then have a 3-run third as well. But they have been held scoreless since. The payoff pitch. That one gets away from Shoemaker, but it doesn't matter as it is ball 4. Runner, take your base. To the second, a runner that Wallersheim has walked today. That'll bring up Jake Matheny, the catcher. He grunted out to the shortstop his last time up. Pitch count for Wallersheim up to 61 here. Zach Shoemaker will run back and get behind home plate here as Matheny, the tall, lengthy right-handed catcher, stands in. Runners at first and second take their leads. A big cut from Matheny, misses it, 0-1. Wallersheim comes set. The lefty out of Kent State checks the runners And comes home with the 0-1 pitch. Swung on and fouled back into the backstop. 0-2. Bullfrogs with 7 hits on the day, and the Mallards with just 1. An error apiece for both teams. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. Strike 3. It's the second out of this bottom of the 5th, and it is the 4th strikeout on the day for Connor Wallersheim, who has pitched a phenomenal game thus far. Cole Daly digs in now for the Mallards. He's 0 for 2 on the day. His last time up would ground out to the pitcher, Wallersheim. The lefty stands in. Watches the first one go by for a strike. Took a cut at it. 0-1. Cole Daly out of Notre Dame University. 0-1 pitch, swung on, grounded it back to Wallersheim at pitcher, and Cole Daly will ground out to the pitcher, 2 at-bats in a row. That'll do it here for the 5th inning. The Bullfrogs have a 6-1 lead after the Mallards get one across. We'll move on to the 6th inning. After this, you're listening to the Bullfrogs Radio Network on the WOCO Sports Stream.
Honey, get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation, flex agreement, and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin, here at Water Park, the Duck Pond. The Bullfrogs have a 6-1 lead over the Madison Mallards. It would come off of a 3-run top second and a 3-run top third. Due up for the Green Bay Bullfrogs will be the 4, 5, 6 hitters Kyle Benio, Willie Bourbon, and Zach Rapinski. Kyle Benio, 2 for 2 on the day. Welcome back to the lineup, sir. With a double and a home run. It was a 3-run shot over the left field wall. Takes a cut at the first pitch he sees, but it misses it. Goes down in the count, 0-1. So Benio stands back in, having a phenomenal day. 0-1 delivery to him. Swung on and missed. He falls down in the count. 0-2 now. It was his 4th home run of the season. The 0-2 delivery. Swung on, a little chopper left side towards the pitcher. He nearly falls down, making the play. Benio just beats out the throw for the infield single. That was close. It's a little chopper that kind of just falls dead in the infield grass. Cottenham Beard runs over to it and slips as he tries to make the throw over to first. And the Bullfrogs with another hit up on the board now. That's their 8th of the game, which beats their total of the entirety from last time. They managed 5. Or rather 6. Willie Bourbon, the lefty, stands in now out of Northwestern. First pitch he sees is in the dirt. 1-0. Willie Bourbon comes into the game for the Bullfrogs. batting 166. He's 1 for 2 on the day, would strike out his last time up, but managed an RBI single in the second. 1-0 offering, runs high and outside. 2 balls, no strikes here, no outs, and a runner at first. Bullfrogs lead 6-1. A nice crowd here in Madison. Some nice music, beer, and here at the stadium as well. Something that you really don't find at many other places. 3-1 pitch, swung on, line drive up the middle of the field, and that will drop fair for a base hit. Willie Bourbon now 2 for 3 on the day with 2 singles. That will move Kyle Bino over to second, and now runners at first and second with no outs on the board for the Nebraska product, Zach Rapinski. Rapinski 0 for 1 on the day, would ground out to the shortstop his last time up, and would be walked his first time up back in the second. Normally when you go to other stands, you'll see 1 or 2 people supporting some apparel from the team. Of course, if you go to Bullfrogs games, I guess now that I think about it, there's many fans that have Bullfrog hats or t-shirts or jerseys on. But here in Madison, it's, I'd say, nearly 60% of the fans seem to have a hat or a shirt or some form of apparel on. As the first pitch that Rapinski sees is a fastball that finds the outside black, 0-1. Which you love to see that, especially in a summer collegiate type league. You know, a lot of fans, don't really root for the team. They just come out for baseball, but here in Madison, they're all about the Mallards. 0-1 offering, runs high, 1-1. Of course, you want your hometown team to win. But, I mean, getting a hat and t-shirt and coming out to every game and really being upset if the team loses or wins, you got to love it. Runners take their leads at first and second. The 1-1 pitch is a breaking ball that runs high, 2-1. The Bullfrogs have a 6-1 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. As the sun starts to set, gets a little darker here, the lights are on. Ben Hart stands on deck. 2-1 pitch, runs high and inside. Rapinski's got a lean away. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Runners at first and second. Cottingham Beard has yet to allow a run since coming into this one. He's pitched 2 innings and has allowed just a few hits. Cottingham Beard checks the runner at second, comes home with the 3-2 pitch. It's a long drive into left center field, and they're going to load the bases. They're going to keep Kyle Bino at third, and Rapinski gets his second hit in a Bullfrogs uniform, and it loads the bases. That'll bring up Ben Hart, the third baseman today for the Frogs. Rapinski at first, Kyle Bino over at third, and Willie Bourbon at second. And Cottingham Beard's day will come to a close. He'll give the ball to the head coach and walk on back to the dugout, and a new pitcher is running out from center field. We're going to step aside for the pitching change. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Bullfrogs lead 6-1.
I loved playing high school sports. I loved the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, all the pageantry, and I wanted to keep playing. But I graduated. No colleges called, and neither did the pros. So, to stay close to the game I loved, I decided to become a high school official. You know, a referee. When I played high school sports, I learned the importance of integrity, good sportsmanship, and respect for the rules. Now, as a high school official, I get to help model these same values to others. Maybe the colleges and the pros didn't call, but the kids in Wisconsin did. And now, I'm enjoying the competition, the camaraderie, the bands, the crowds, and all the pageantry of high school sports all over again.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin, here at Warner Park, the Duck Pond. New pitcher out on the mound for the Madison Mallards. It is number 18, Simon Rosenblum Larson, the right-handed pitcher that is from Madison. Madison, Wisconsin native, hurls for the Harvard team. So an Ivy League product out there on the mound for the Mallards. And a solid season this past year for the Crimson. And he comes into a bind here. No outs on the board and the bases loaded off of 3 singles from the Bullfrogs. Ben Hart, the third baseman, comes set. The right-hander out of Oakland University. He's got 1 home run on the season. Watches the first one goodbye for a ball. It's outside. In fact, gets away from Jake Matheny. Kyle Bino stays at third. Likely, I think, might have been able to get in safely to home, but he doesn't make a run for it. Bino not the fastest guy in the bunch. So Bino, the righty, stands in with the bases loaded. Bullfrogs lead 6-1. The 1-0 offering. Swung on. It's a blooper to the shortstop, Cole Daly. Just kind of slices it. Gets underneath of it. And it's just a little blooper straight to the shortstop, Daly. So 1 out on the board will bring up Zach Shoemaker. On deck is Grant Frazier. Not the best part of the lineup for the Bullfrogs here, as Shoemaker and Frazier combined for a batting average of just 120. First pitch that Shoemaker sees goes by for a strike, 0-1. It's not that bad. They would actually combine for a grand total of 130. 0-1 offer, and that one finds the outside of the plate. 0-2. With 1 out on the board, the bases loaded. Bullfrogs trying to tack on a few more runs here. Anything but a double play would work. 0-2 offering. Swung on. Found off right side. Shoemaker for 1 on the day. Or rather, 0 for 2. As he swings at the 0-2 pitch and fouls out and away. Stays alive here. 0-2 count with the bases loaded. He's 0 for 2 with an error back in the 4th. Or, excuse me, in the 2nd by the second baseman, E4. And then would ground out to third base his last time up. The 0-2 count. Ball that's outside. 1 ball, 2 strikes here. 1 out on the board. We're here in the top of the 6th inning. Bullfrogs with a 6-1 lead. The 1-2. Swung on, line drive into right field. No, get down for a base hit. The Bullfrogs will score. Kyle Vigneault coming around now is Willie Bourbon. Throw to the plate. Not in time, and it gets away from the catcher. So the runners at first and second will advance 1 more bag. But it's a 2 RBI single for Zach Shoemaker. Shoemaker comes into the game for the Frogs batting just .053, but he squares in there and sends a single out into center field for 2 more runs. The Bullfrogs now with an 8-1 lead here in the top of the 6th inning. That'll bring up Grant Frazier, right-handed hitter out of Central Michigan University, the 9-hole hitter. First pitch he sees, swings at it, but fouls it away right side. Frazier stands in here, 0-1 delivery. Swung on, that one's fouled back. 0-2 count now. One out on the board, Alonzo Jones on deck. Frazier stands in here. The Chippewa this past season batted .250. The 0-2 swung on. That one's a little blooper in right field, and that will drop fair. And that'll score another run for the Bullfrogs as Zach Rapinski comes across to score. The Bullfrogs now with a 9-1 lead off of the RBI single from Grant Frazier. Coming into the game, the Grant Frazier had just 3 hits on the entire season, and that's his first RBI of the year and his 4th hit. So runners on the corners now with 1 out on the board as the Bullfrogs have now put 3 more runs up here in the top of the 6th inning. Jones, the lefty, stands in. Swings at the first pitch he sees and misses 0-1. Zach Shoemaker coming into the game had just 1 hit. No RBIs. And he squares in and belts a 2 RBI single. Then Grant Frazier, who had just finished giving them a hard time about struggling this year. The two combined for just a 130 batting average. Put 3 runs across for the Bullfrogs. A 2 RBI single for Shoemaker, and then the RBI single for Frazier. The 1-1. Swung on, that one's fouled off. 1-2. Alonzo Jones spent last summer in the Cape Cod League, but will be making a transition to center field. Normally plays second base for the Vanderbilt Commodore. The 1-2 offering finds the outside corner for a backwards K. It's his second strikeout of the afternoon. He's now 1 for 4. That'll bring up Aaron Pleschner, the shortstop, who is 1 for 3 on the day. First strikeout of the day for Rosenblum Larson, who is pitching now, of course, for the Mallards. Runners on the corners here, 2 outs on the board after the backwards K. Pleschner stands in, swings at the first pitch he sees, and that's a blooper into right center field, and that will drop fair, and another run will come across for the Bullfrogs. They now lead 10-1. We joked about it yesterday after the game that the way the season has gone for the Mallards, they're going to win yesterday's contest 16-0, and then come in today and most likely get blown out. Well, sure enough, that's kind of exactly what has happened. As it's an RBI single for Aaron Pleschner. And Grant Frazier is now standing at second as Zach Shoemaker comes across to score for the Frogs. 4 runs now have come across here in this top of the 6th inning. 2 outs on the board and 2 runners on. There will be a pitching change. We're going to step aside for the pitcher to warm up here. We'll tell you who it is when we come back. The Bullfrogs lead the Mallards 10-1 here in the top of the 6th. Stay tuned. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Have you discovered the privileges of membership? NEW Credit Union is a full-service, member-owned financial cooperative, where many of the services are low-cost or no-cost. NEW Credit Union offers a full range of financial management products, including savings, share drift checking, consumer, auto, recreational vehicle, and home loans, as well as financial counseling resources. Offices are located at 301 Jackson Street, O'Connell Falls, 405 Pecor Street, O'Connell, and 717 East Main Street, Surrey. Online at newcu.org. We also have easy member account access with your smartphone through our mobile money app. NEW Credit Union is federally insured by the National Credit Union Administration and is an equal housing opportunity lender, serving all who live or work in Brown, Marinette, Oconto, and Shawano counties. Members matter most at NEW Credit Union, where we can help you own it.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin, Warner Park here in the Duck Pond. The Bullfrogs have figured it out against the Ducks tonight. They lead 10-1 here in the top of the 6th inning, and there's a new pitcher out on the mound for the Madison Mallards. It's the 4th pitcher to come in today for the Mallards. It's Will Anderson, the right-handed pitcher out of Columbus, Indiana. Plays for Northern Illinois. Anderson is a large guy, you could say. He's 6'8", 210. This Mallards pitching staff actually has 2 different pitchers that are 6'8". Are you kidding me? Those guys are huge. Nonetheless, Troy Johnson digs in, the lefty out of Gonzaga. There's 2 runners on and 2 outs on the board. The first pitch that Anderson throws is a fastball that runs high and outside. Johnson ahead, 1-0. Coming into the game, Anderson has appeared in 4 games, pitched 4 2/3 innings, and has allowed 5 earned runs for a 9.64 ERA. No offering, finds the outside of the zone, 1-1. The Bullfrogs have figured it out against this Mallards pitching staff. Johnson staying in with the 1-1 pitch. Anderson checks runner at second and comes home. It's a fastball that runs well inside. Johnston scoots away from it, 2-1. Rosenblum Larson, who was just taken out of the game, coming into the game, had a 1.14 ERA in 15 2/3 innings pitched. He struggled against the Frogs. Cottenham Beard came into the game with a 3.72 ERA. He struggled against the Frogs. The starter tonight, Matheny, was essentially the 8th for the Mallards. 2-0 on the season with a .84 ERA. The Bullfrogs figured him out. Anderson now towing the rubber for the Mallards. We'll see if he can knock down these Bullfrog hitters. 2-2 delivery to Johnston is a fastball that runs inside, a full count now. Or rather, that was a breaking ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes here, 2 outs on the board. Anderson comes set, the righty. Checks the runner at second, comes home with the payoff. Runners off. Ball 4. The bases will be loaded for Kyle Bino. The Bullfrogs have now hit around as Kyle Bino stands back in. Bino would manage a base hit his last time up. He is 3 for 3 on the day with a 3-run shot back in the 3rd inning. The bases loaded here. An opportunity for a grand slam for the Youngstown State product. First pitch he sees, fouls it back into the backstop. 0-1. So an 0-1 count here with 2 outs on the board, bases loaded. Bullfrogs have a 10-1 lead off of 13 hits. The righty Inabinho stands in. Anderson delivers the 0-1. It's a breaking ball, and that's outside. A nice pitch. Got all the way down to 71 there. Evens up the count, 1 ball and 1 strike. 2 outs on the board here. Bases loaded. Bullfrogs look to tack on a few more. The 1-1. Swung on, fly ball right field, foul territory. Up and out of the stadium. Willie Berman on deck for the Frogs here. As Bino's down in the count, 1 ball and 2 strikes. Bino supporting the all-white batting gloves with the shin guard on his left leg. He stands in. The the designated hitter today for the Frogs. The 1-2 pitch. Check swing, just misses. What a pitch from Anderson there. The fans behind home plate let the umpire hear it. Evens it up, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runners at first, second, and third in Johnston, Pleshner, and Frazier, respectively. Anderson delivers the 2-2. Swung on, it's a grounder up to Anderson on the mound. He squeezes it and throws it over to first. Bino will ground out to the pitcher for the 1-3 out, leaving 3 stranded. But don't give him too much of a hard time. He's 3 for 4. That will do it here for the top of the 6th inning, where the Bullfrogs put 4 runs across. They have 13 hits on the day. That will do it here for the top of the 6th. We'll move to the bottom of the 6th after this. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Visiting teams and combinations are brought to you by American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. For toll-free reservations, contact 800-634-3444. American Inn Lodge and Suites, Green Bay West. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
Do you need help organizing your medications? Stop in and see us at the O'Connell Pharmacy about our monthly bubble packing system. The O'Connell Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
Triangle Distributing is a diversified distributor of high-quality beverages that is focused on providing customer satisfaction, service with well-trained personnel that drives the market through teamwork, goals, and strong relationships.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin, here at Warner Park. Bullfrogs have a 10-1 lead over the Ellards. Connor Wallersheim still out on the bump for the Frogs here. He's pitched a phenomenal 5 innings. We'll see what he can do here in the 6th. Wallersheim with 4 strikeouts on the afternoon. Has allowed just 1 hit. Due up for the Mallards will be the leadoff man, Cole Daly. Or, excuse me, Kay Bunn. The 2-hole hitter. First pitch he sees is a ball. The 1-0 pitch goes by for a ball as well. 2-0 count here, no outs, nobody on, as we just got underway here with the bottom of the 6th inning. The 2-0 swung on, fouled off left side, 2-1 count. The Bullfrogs will travel back home tomorrow, or rather, I guess it would be tonight. But they will face off against the Rockford Rivets tomorrow in a 2-game homestand before getting a day off. Well deserved. 2-1 offerings outside. And the 3-1 pitch runs high for ball 4, the third batter that Wallersheim has walked today. So that will bring up Jeffrey Mitchell, the right fielder, is 0 for 2 on the day. Would fly out to left field his last stop. Watches the first one goodbye for a ball, 1-0. The Rockford Rivets, of course, off to a solid start this season. It'll be a tough matchup for the Frogs as the 1-0 pitch gets away from Wallersheim there. And the runner advances over to second on the wild pitch. Aaron Pleshner runs up to the mound to have a quick word with his pitcher. Rockford Rivets, of course, come into the series against the Bullfrogs with a winning record. 2-0 pitch runs high. 3 straight balls now to Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. after the walk. The Rivets currently sit at 4th place in the South Division at 10-7. As 4 straight balls goes to Jeffrey Mitchell. And it's 2 walks in a row here from Connor Wallersheim. Pitching coach Chris Marston's going to go out and have a quick word with Wallersheim after he's walked the past 2. As Angel Camacho is coming up to bat now for the Frogs. He's 0 for 2 on the day. The Mallards will travel to Michigan for 2 days to face off against Battle Creek for a 6:05 and a 1:05 showdown on Father's Day against the Bombers. The Bombers have done things back to their winning ways. They had lost a few games in a row, but now on a 3-game winning streak. Camacho swings at the first pitch he sees, and it misses 0-1. Of course, the Wisconsin Rapids lead that South Division on a 13-game winning streak. Camacho takes a cut at the 0-1, fouls that one back 0-2. The Rafters, an unprecedented 15-1. 0-2 offering, low and in the dirt. 1-2. The Waterloo Bucks aren't having a bad year. They're in the North Division. They lead that North Division. They're 13-4. They're on a 6-game winning streak, which is good for second best in the Northwoods League. The Frogs coming in today's game, of course, we're on a 3-game losing streak. 1-2 pitch runs high, evens up the count 2-2. The Bullfrogs 4-6 in their last 10 games played. Trying to bring that number to 5-5. The 2-2. That one's low, gets away from Shoemaker as well. So a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 runners on first and second. You got to hope that Wallersheim doesn't give up a big inning here just because of the fact he's pitched so well so far tonight. Wallersheim, the lefty, comes set and delivers. The payoff pitch, swung on, ground ball to the shortstop, Pleschner. Picks it up, throws it across his body over to first, and it's in time for the first out. It is enough to advance both runners, however, so 2 runners in scoring position now at third and second, and it's Bunnell and Mitchell, respectively. The Bullfrogs will get a day off. I talked with some of the different players to see what their day off plans are, as there's only a few during the summer. As you can imagine, 72 games in 74 days. First pitch that Weimer sees is a ball, 1-0. 1-0 offering finds the inside of the zone there. Evens it up, 1-1, 1 out on the board, 2 runners on. Bullfrogs have a 10-1 lead. The 1-1 fouled off, 1-2. Some players plan on going to the Brewers game. Milwaukee will be taking on the Pittsburgh Pirates on Monday for a 7:05 showdown. I might go out to that game myself. 1-2 pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3. It is the 5th strikeout of the day for Wallersheim. That'll bring up Kean O'Brien with 2 outs on the board and 2 runners on here. Next, Chiefs, you know it's a pinch hitter. It'll be number 15 coming in Jalen Harrison, the righty out of the University of Virginia. So runners at second and third here for the Cavalier, who so far this season for the Mallards has posted a 167 batting average in just 4 games played. Takes a huge cut at the first pitch he sees. Goes down the count 0-1. Swings at the 0-1 pitch, misses that one as well. He falls behind the count 0-2. Aaron Pleschner will be going to Chicago to watch a Chicago Cubs game with his dad for Father's Day. That'll be a nice trip. Some of the kids on the team said that they have some sort of connection or other that they would be able to get a box at the Brewers game. That's going to be fun. The 0-2 pitch just misses the outside corner. 1-2. The righty and Harrison stands in. Wallersheim, the lefty, rocks back and delivers the 1-2 pitch. Swing and a miss, strike 3. The 6th strikeout of the day for Connor Wallersheim. He leaves 2 stranded at second and third. That will do it here for the 6th inning. We're going to move on to the 7th. The Bullfrogs with a 10-1 lead. Stay tuned. You're listening to WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Hi, folks. This is David from Witt's Piggly Wiggly in O'Connell Falls. Are you sick of rising gas prices? Well, at Witt's, we have a solution. When you purchase qualified groceries with blue shelf stickers, and there's hundreds throughout our store, you build up discounts for 15 gallons of gas on your club card. Then, when you fill up at our Pig Stop pumps, just scan your card and watch the gas price drop. So scan your card, shop the blue stickers, and save money on gas at the Pig in O'Connell Falls.
They say the great American dream is starting and owning your own business. A lot of you out there right now probably do stuff on the side. Do you regard it just as hobbies and don't even include it on your taxes? What tax savings opportunities are you missing with all the loopholes that the tax code is chock full of? You need someone to drive the bus, as they say, to success. That's 715-735-0583. Milking every last loophole in the tax code for your benefit.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin, here at Warner Park, the Duck Pond. The Bullfrogs have a 10-1 lead here over the Madison Mallards. Due up for the Frogs will be the lead, or rather, Willie Bourbon. As, of course, I kind of lost my spot in the lineup here, as Binyo, of course, hit around in the inning, so you kind of lose your spot in a scorecard. But nonetheless, Willie Bourbon, the first baseman, up now for the Frogs. He is 2 for 3 on the day with an RBI and 2 runs. The lefty squares in out of Northwestern. First pitch he sees, swings at it. It's a belting fly ball into right center field. At the warning track, the catch is made. Nice play out there by the right field. Jeffrey Mitchell off the bat. It was pretty promising. But Mitchell makes the leaping grab out in front of the right field video board, which is quite large, you could say. About 100 feet across. Has a scoreboard on it sometimes. There's advertisements out there as well. One first pitch that Rapinski sees is a ball. The 1-0 offering runs inside for a ball as well. 2-0 count here with 1 out on the board, nobody on. The righty stands in, watches the 2-0 pitch find the zone. 2-1 count. Rapinski got a base hit his last time and would come around to score. It's the first time he scored for the Frogs this season. Here, this just being his 4th game today. 2-1 pitch finds the zone. 2-2. It's his 2nd hit in a Bullfrogs uniform as well. The 2-2 count. Outside for a full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Will Anderson still out there hurling for the Mallards. There's one out on the board and nobody on. The payoff, outside and low, ball 4, and Zach Rapinski gets on a base off of a walk. It's the second time he's been walked tonight. And that will bring up Ben Hart, the third baseman. He is 1 for 3 on the day. Every single Bullfrog has recorded a hit in this ballgame. Definitely not the case yesterday when they were shut out. First pitch that Hart sees, fouls away left side. There's 3 Bullfrogs that have had a multi-hit day. Aaron Pleschner, Kyle Binio, and Willie Bourbon, respectively. Hart stands in. The 0-1 delivery. Finds the zone. He goes down the count 0-2. So Hart stands in, the righty out of Oakland University. Anderson comes set, the 6'8" guy. 0-2 pitch is well outside. 1-2. If you're not familiar with the league, of course, it was started back in 1994 as an all-star league. And just 5 teams. 3 of those teams remain. The 1-2. Breaking ball that finds the zone, a backwards K for Anderson. That'll bring up Zach Shoemaker, the catcher, who's 1 for 3 on the day with 2 RBIs. Those 3 teams that remain are the Woodchucks, the Honkers, and the Kenosha team. Of course, back then they were called the Kenosha Croakers. They would disband and then rebrand and restart as the Kingfish. The league got its excuse me. The league got its most really took off back in 08 and 09 era as Shoemaker fouls away the first pitch he sees. And ever since has just skyrocketed. It is by far probably one of the most successful summer collegiate leagues when it comes to attendance. In fact, it is the most successful. Of course, really only competed by the Coastal Plains League. Those teams can draw crowds close to 800, 900. Of course, here in the Northwoods League, the league average is around 1,200 or so, I would say. Maybe a little more, mainly because of Madison's has a lot of pull on that average, as you can imagine, with 6,000 fans in attendance for nearly every game. The 1-2 pitch just a bit high. 2-2 count here with 2 outs on the board. 20 teams in the league now. 2 have been added this year. And the Fond du Lac Dock Spiders and the Bismarck Larks. The 2-2. Swung on and missed. Oh no, just got a piece of it to stay alive. He fouls it back. Of course, the Frogs had 5 players drafted the other day. We spoke about that briefly yesterday. 2-2 pitch, breaking ball that runs outside. Full count now with 2 outs on the board and nobody on. As fans here have started to get a jump on the traffic, they start to leave the stands here. Someone stuck around, no doubt. Payoff pitch swung on and fouled off. Stays alive. Bullfrogs, of course, with a 10-1 lead here in the top of the 7th inning. Zach Rapinski stands over at first after he was walked. Payoff pitch swung on. It's a grounder over to the first baseman, Angel Camacho, and he makes a nice play at it, grabs it, and steps on the bag for the 3rd out. That'll do it here for the top of the 7th. We move to the bottom of the 7th. After this, you're listening to WOCO, the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Honey,
Get the camera. Riley's rolling again.
That dog always gets excited up here at the cabin.
Riley loves the woods, don't you, Riley? Roll, Riley, roll. You getting this?
I'm getting it all. It's fabulous. But we can't upload it until we get home.
Right, no data connection up here.
Challenge.
Coach McCarthy?
Mason Crosby.
Switch to Cellcom, guys. Our coverage is great, whether you're out here or anywhere coast to coast.
Yeah, Riley's fans don't want to wait.
Now Riley's really on a roll.
At Cellcom, we've got you covered out in the country and all across the country. Cellcom, built for you.
Very athletic. I think we can use him on special teams.
But not to kick, right?
We'll see.
This summer at Cellcom, save $100 on a new LG G6, and we'll cover your cost to switch from another carrier. Cellcom, built for you. Activation, flex agreement, and data subscription required. Device trade-in required. Restrictions apply. Trademarks and names are property of their respective owners. Visit cellcom.com/save for complete details.
American Lodge and Suites Green Bay West is the ideal location for your next stay, whether you're traveling for business or pleasure. They are proud to provide the amenities you want most and deliver them at the highest level possible, starting with comfortable, quieter guest rooms. Welcome to genuine American hospitality.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin, here at the Duck Pond. Warner Park jump around plays in the background, and the few fans that have stuck around and have had a few cold ones are jumping around. New pitcher out on the mound for the Bullfrogs. Connor Wallersheim's day has come to a close. He had an absolutely phenomenal game. He pitches 6 innings, allows just 1 hit and no earned runs, has 6 strikeouts, and would walk 4. New pitcher out on the mound is Alex Lee, the Wabash Valley College product. Was a part of a bullpen that would make it all the way to the JUCO World Series. Alex Lee out of Stevens Point, Wisconsin. For the Warriors this past season would pitch in just 3 2/3 innings and post a 2.45 ERA for a 1-1 record. Back in 2016, he would post a 1.8 ERA. Wabash Valley College in Mont Carmel, Illinois. First pitch that Thomas Smart sees goes by for a strike, 0-1. Smart 1 for 2 on the day. The lone, or at one point or another, was the lone hit of the game. Takes a smack at the 0-1 pitch, and that one falls in play for a base hit. He's 2 for 3 now on the night. It's a ground ball that's hit to the left of Grant Frazier. He runs over and slides into the outfield trying to stop it from getting out there, but he can't get to it in time, and it's another hit for the Mallards, their 4th of the day. Zach Taylor squares in now for the Mallards, still looking for his first hit in a Mallards uniform. Takes a huge cut at the first pitch you see and skyrockets one out into right field. Rapinski gets underneath of it and grabs it for the first out. That will bring up the new batter here for the Mallards. In the 9-hole, Jake Matheny. Matheny 0 for 2 on the day, would strike out his last time up. One of 6 strikeout victims of Connor Wallersheim. First pitch he sees is outside, 1-0. The catcher stands in, the righty, of course. 1-0 delivery. Fastball, and that finds the zone, 1-1. 1-1 pitch from Lee. Inside for a ball. 2 balls, 1 strike here. 1 out on the board and a runner over at first. The fans have stuck around here for the game. Just about everybody out in the beer garden has stuck around. But the grandstand's relatively empty. 2-1 pitch from Lee. Swung on and fouled back into the netting. 2-2. 2-2 count here. And a runner at first with 1 out on the board. The Frogs have a 10-1 lead. And the 2-2 runs high. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Alex Lee out of Wabash Valley comes set, the righty. The payoff pitch. Swung on a sky-high fly ball in foul territory. Falls to the fans, and a little girl will go home with a souvenir. We'll stay at a full count. Bullfrogs trying to hold on here. Of course, coming to the game on a 3-game losing streak. Payoff pitch, swung on and missed. Strike 3. Alex Lee dices up a strikeout. Alex Lee has pitched an inning and 2/3 and has a 5.39 ERA coming into the game. That's his first strikeout in a Frogs uniform. First pitch, he throws to Cole Dailies, is swung on. It's a ground ball to Aaron Pleschner, who comes up, picks it up, and throws it across his body. A nice play from the shortstop from San Jose State. It's in time, beats out Daly by 3 steps or so. That'll do it for the 7th inning. We're going to move on to the 8th after this. You're listening to WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network. Stay tuned.
At 24/7 Well and Pump Service, we mean just that. Water will be available 24 hours a day, 7 days a week. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407, and a licensed professional will come out to your site, whether it is a water system installation, repair, well inspection, or install underground water lines. They'll be there. Call 920-848-2407 or 920-604-2407. We're in the Oconto Falls area Yellow Pages. 24/7 Well and Pump Service, Fireside Road, Oconto Falls.
Do you feel like you're paying too much for your medication? Stop in at Oconto Pharmacy and see our pharmacist, Ron or Poom, about our cost minimization program. We can save you some money. The Oconto Pharmacy, our family helping your family.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin, here at Warner Park, the Duck Pond, where the Bullfrogs have a 10-1 lead over the Madison Mallards. Due up for the Frogs is the 9-1 two-hitters. Grant Frazier will square in. He's got a hit on the day. He's 1 for 3 and has an RBI to his name as well. The Oconto native squares in for the Frogs out of Central Michigan University. First pitch you see, swings at it and fouls it back. 0-1. Frogs, after their day off, will have a home and home doubleheader. The 0-1 pitch outside for a ball, evens it up 1-1. Something that I'm interested to see how it works, if it will affect the players at all, or we'll see how it works. The Bullfrogs will start on the road. 1-1 pitch, swung on and missed. 1-2. In Fond du Lac, it'll be the first time they face off against the Dock Spiders this season. Of course, the Dock Spiders currently struggling on the season. They're currently set at 9th in the South Division. The 1-2. Swung on, line drive into right field. Underneath of it is Mitchell, and he snags it on the run for the first down. That'll bring up Alonzo Jones, the Vanderbilt University product. And then they'll hop on the bus. It's about an hour and a half drive or so from Fond du Lac, and head back to Green Bay and do it all over again. But it'll be a home game in the second one at 7:05. And then they have a home and away series against the Rapids, the red-hot Rapids. First pitch that Jones sees, watches it go by for a strike, 0-1. And then we'll face off against Rockford 2 times on the road. 0-1 pitch, low and in the dirt, 1-1. The 1-1 pitch, outside for ball 2. Frogs, if they can, of course, hold on to this win here and possibly manage some wins against the Rivets, put them right back in the thick of things of the South Division, as it's a battle for second place and really an overall record, as the Wisconsin Rapids are really run away with things. 2-1 offering runs high. Rather, it was a 3-1 offering. It ran high, and it's ball 4. Alonzo Jones gets over to first base. Off of the walk. His second time on base for the Frogs tonight. That'll bring up Aaron Pleschner, the shortstop. Watches the first one go by for a strike, 0-1. Of course, the Rivets 10-6, as mentioned. Will come into Green Bay, of course, tomorrow. Breaking ball from Anderson finds the outside of the zone, 0-2. Take a look at the scores around the league here. The Waterloo Bucks with a commanding 11-1 lead over the Border Cats. They are on a 6-game winning streak. The 1-2 pitch, or rather the 0-2 pitch, is outside for a ball, 1-2. The Kenosha Kingfish are trailing the Dock Spiders at the Dock Spiders place, 1-5. The Duluth Huskies are trailing the Eau Claire Express 1-2 in the bottom of the third. The Rockford Rivets and the Woodchucks game has been delayed due to rain. The 1-2 pitch swung on, and it's a grounder that manages to sneak its way into the outfield for a base hit. Pleschner's third hit of the day. He is now 3 for 5. That moves Alonzo Jones over to second. And we'll bring up Troy Johnston, the center fielder. St. Cloud Rocks and the Lacrosse Loggers all knotted up at 0 in the top of the second. Bottom of the 6, Honkers and Moondogs are facing off. The Honkers with a 4-1 lead. Bismarck Locks with a 1-0 lead over the Stingers. First pitch that Johnson sees is outside, 1-0. They're in the bottom of the 7th, so a low-scoring affair there. 2 games have gone final. The Lakeshore Chinooks lost to the Bombers tonight, 0-3. 1-0. Swung on, line drive into left field, foul. A slicer there down the left field line. And the Wisconsin Raptors, well, they make it 15 straight. They beat the Kalamazoo Growlers 7-0. The 1-1 pitch. Swung on, fly ball into dead center field. Alonzo Jones is going to tag up at second, but he won't take off for third. And Johnston is out for the second out. Pinch hitter here, Alex Pinner will come in for Kyle Benio. So Benio's night is done. He went 3 for 4 with a home run, double, and a single. Was a triple away from the cycle. Alex Spinner, of course, out of Scottsdale Community College, switch hitter, will be playing for the Mississippi State Bulldogs next year, as he will be transferring in after finishing up his JUCO play. He stands in with runners at first and second. Batting .229 on the season. First pitch he sees, low and in the dirt, 1-0. That's got to be some sort of record, doesn't it? It's a 14-game winning streak, not a 15 for the Rapids. Curious what the Northwoods League best all-time is. The 1-0 pitch is fouled off, 1-1. See if I can't scamper through the Northwoods League website to try to find it here for you. But when the Bullfrogs faced off against them, they looked unbeatable. Would lose that series by a combined 19-1 score. 7-1 loss at home, and then 12-0 2 nights ago in Wisconsin Rapids. Anderson checks the runner at second, comes home with the 2-1. It runs outside and high, 3-1. Fouled off. 3-2. I think something to mention that is just almost mind-boggling. The Madison Mallards and the La Crosse Loggers have both posted 10 and 11 home games respectively. Payoff pitch swung on and missed for strike 3. That's the third out. That'll do it for the top of the 8th. We'll move to the bottom of the 8th. But the Green Bay Bullfrogs have just 5 home games this season. Just 5. Compared to 10 and 11 for the Mallards and the Loggers. Nonetheless, that will do it here for the top of the first. We move to, top of the 8th. We'll move to the bottom of the 8th after this. You're listening to the Bullfrogs Radio Network on WOCO Sports Stream.
Everything about insurance, you'll profit from the knowledge and experience at the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls. You'll benefit from their thorough analysis of the insurance that you really need. They'll recommend the companies and policies that are the best for you. At the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, they specialize in complete coverage of all your insurance needs. Call the Oconto Falls Insurance Center, 113 North Main Street, downtown Oconto Falls.
When you're looking for the perfect game for your appetite, look no further than Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium meats and veggies, then topped with over half a pound of 100% fresh, real mozzarella cheese made right here in Wisconsin, every Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza is a home run. Made with the hungry in mind, Brew Pub pizzas are big, bold, and belong in the big leagues of the frozen pizza industry. Enjoy a delicious piece of Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza right now from the concession stand, or pick one up at your local favorite grocery store. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas, the ingredients for a great time.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin, here at the Duck Pond Water Park. Frogs with a 10-1 lead. They have posted 14 hits on the day. A complete opposite showing from yesterday, where the Frogs would be shut out 16-0. They got the bad hots today. And with some timely hitting, he got some runs as well. Due up here for the Mallards will be Cade Bunnell. Takes the cut at the first pitch he sees and misses. 0-1. He is 0 for 1 on the day and will be walked twice in the contest. Would be stranded at third back in the 6th after he was walked. As he watches the 0-1 pitch go by for a ball, 0-2. Bunnell, the lefty, stands in, awaiting the 0-2 pitch. A breaking ball that gets well out of hand there from Ohanian. It must have slipped or something. Shoemaker didn't even put his glove on it. 1-2. But as mentioned here, the Bullfrogs have had just 5 home games on the entire season. The only other team to be on the road that much is the Chinooks, who have only had 5 as well. The 1-2 pitch comes across for a strike. It's a backwards K for Ohanian. His first strikeout of the day. Of course, coming in for Alex Lee, who pitched an inning and threw a strikeout. Jeffrey Mitchell comes up to the plate now for the Mallards. He would be walked his last time up. He's 0 for 2. The Madison Mallards, though, they've had 10 home games. Lacrosse Loggers with 11. The Growlers with 11 as well. Jeffrey Mitchell takes a cut at the first pitch he sees, and it's a blooper to the second baseman, Frazier. He gets underneath of it and grabs it for the second out. That'll bring up the new batter, and Angel Camacho, the first baseman. He's 0 for 3 on the afternoon. The Bullfrogs have allowed the Mallards just 4 hits throughout the entire contest. First pitch, Camacho sees it in the dirt, 1-0. Those of you curious what the Green Bay Bullfrogs attendance has been like this year, they're averaging just about 1,400, which is pretty good. First in the league, of course, the Mallards at 6,100. The Loggers, respectively, in second, to kind of put it into perspective just how many more fans come to these Mallards games. They are at 2,400 on the year. The 1-1. And that one just misses the strike zone, 1-1. Rain has started to fall here in Madison, though. It's a steady drizzle. The 1-1. Low and in the dirt. 2-1 count now. As fans now will start to leave the stands and likely go on home. There were a few hundred that had stuck around here. 2-1 pitch runs high for ball 3. 3-1 count here, 2 outs on the board. Ball 4, I should say. Camacho gets on base due to the base on balls, and Brock Weimer will stand in. He is 0 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts, and the rain really starts to come down here. First pitch thrown to Weimer is in the dirt, 1-0. Doesn't seem like enough to affect the play that much. They will likely continue on throughout this. Here in the bottom of the 8th inning, where the Bullfrogs have a 10-1 lead. Weimer, the righty, stands in with the runner over at first in Camacho. The 2-0 delivery. Fastball that finds the zone, 2-1. Ohanian out there on the bump delivers the 2-1 pitch, and that's inside for a ball, 3-1. Ohanian out of Mesa Community College will be transferring to Grand Canyon University. The 3-1 pitch swung on a line drive out into the beer garden out there in right field. Falls foul. Full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Runner at first. This past season for Mesa would pitch 3.5, would rather have a 3.52 ERA, as the payoff pitch just misses the zone there. So now 2 runners on with 2 outs on the board after 2 straight walks. That'll bring up, of course, the designated hitter who came in for Brock, or rather, the substitute for Keen O'Brien, number 15, Virginia product Jalen Harrison. First pitch, he sees the fastball that finds the outside of the zone, 0-1. The new teams in the league so far this season, if you're curious how their attendance looks. The 0-1 pitch swung on, fly ball into deep center field off the warning track. 1 run will score for the Mallards, and they'll hold up the other guy at third. The throw gets away from the catcher Shoemaker. The throw to the plate, not in time. Another run comes across for the Mallards. Aaron Pleshner at shortstop belted a throw in to Zach Shoemaker. It bounced off of the dirt. Shoemaker couldn't handle it. It got away from him. Shoemaker throws it to the pitcher, Ohanian, who was covering. And 2 runs come across. That was a 7-run game here in the bottom of the 8th inning. Jalen Harrison absolutely smashed a pitch into deep center field that hit off of the Pepsi sign in dead center. The rain continues to fall here, and the new batter will stand in now for the Mallards. First pitch he sees is low in the dirt, 1-0. Thomas Smart, the third baseman, now up to bat after the 2 RBI double. 1-0 pitch, swung on and missed, 1-1. The new teams, as mentioned in this one, batting, or rather have had 1,200. That's the Larks. They've done pretty good with attendance thus far. 1-1 pitch finds the zone, 1-2. Fond du Lac Duck Spiders still trying to get people out to their games, however. They're at 864, which is not a horrible number. But have had just 6 home games. 1-2 pitch comes across for a ball, 2-2. Two pitch runs inside. Full count now. 3 balls, 2 strikes. 2 outs. Runner at third. Bullfrogs lead 10-3 here as 2 runs have come across in the bottom of the 8th. Payoff pitch finds the outside of the zone. Nick Ohanian gets out of it, leaving a 1 stranded over there at third base. It's 2 strikeouts here in the bottom of the 8th inning, but 2 runs come across for the Mallards, and the Bullfrogs lead 10-3. It'll be a new pitcher for the Mallards here in Madison. That'll do it for the 8th inning. We move on to the 9th after this. You're listening to the WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
Triangle Distributing is a diversified distributor of high-quality beverages that is focused on providing customer satisfaction, service with well-trained personnel that drives the market through teamwork, goals, and strong relationships.
Combine the flavors of Italy with the heart of the Irish, add some Chicago flair, and you've got Gallagher's Pizza. For the best Chicago-style pizza north of the Illinois border, Gallagher's Pizza is your destination. Call now for delivery or pickup in Green Bay and De Pere. Gallagher's Pizza, home of the best lunch buffet in town.
Okay, here are 3 important reasons why your son or daughter should play a sport in high school.
Number 1.
High school sports teach valuable life lessons like self-discipline and time management skills.
2.
Teens who play a high school sport have better grade point averages.
And number 3.
High school sports are safer than ever before.
This message presented by the Wisconsin Interscholastic Athletic Association and the Wisconsin Athletic Directors Association.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin here. Top of the ninth inning, the rain continues to fall here. And there's a new pitcher out on the mound for the Madison Mallards. It's number 22. Of course, number 22 for the Madison Mallards is Deegan Jones, the left-handed pitcher out of Sacramento, California. Pitched for Fresno State this past season. Comes into the game supporting a 8.10 ERA. He's pitched 3 1/3 innings. Due up for the Frogs will be Willie Bourbon. Will be the 5, 6, 7 hitters. Bourbon, the first baseman for the Frogs, is 2 for 3 on the afternoon. No, that's not right. Sorry about that. He should have 4 at-bats. And the rain is really coming down here in Madison. I mean, it's not a complete storm to where it's miserably cold and rainy, but it's definitely a pretty steady downpour in here. Can't be comfortable to sit in. So Bourbon, the lefty, in from Northwestern. Jones delivers. Swung on, ground ball right side, fielded cleanly by Camacho at first base, and runs over and steps on the bag for the first out. That'll bring up Zach Rapinski, the right fielder out of Nebraska. Rapinski has a base hit on the day. He is a 1 for 2 with 2 walks. First pitch he sees, runs high for ball, 1-0. Ben Hart on deck for the Frogs. One-zero pitch goes by for a strike, 1-1. The Bullfrogs are second all-time for winning streaks. They would win 15 games in a row back in 2007 in their debut year. The league best is 16 by Madison back in 2007 as well. Jones rocks back and delivers the 1-2. That one's outside for a ball, 2-2. Change up there that got all the way down to 73. Nobody on here, 1 out on the board. Top of the ninth, Bullfrogs lead 10-3. The 2-2 pitch swung on, fouled off right side. So the Wisconsin Rapids now with their 14-game winning streak. Or no, excuse me, there it looks like Rapinski might have broke his bat there. He has to go get a new piece of lumber. Goes and grabs one and now comes back to the plate after cracking his bat on that one. But the Wisconsin Rapids with a 14-game winning streak, which is good for their career best. Rapinski takes a cut at the 2-2, fouls that one off right side. Rapinski stands in here, rain continues to fall. Jones rocks back and delivers the 2-2. It's swung on and missed. Strike 3. Second out up on the board. That'll bring up Ben Hart, the third baseman today for the Frogs. Hart comes into the day batting .226. He's 1 for 4 in the night with an RBI. Have You Ever Seen the Rain plays in the background as the first pitch goes by for a strike, 0-1. The 0-1. High for a ball, 1-1. Not many fans have stuck around in this one. As you can imagine, a 7-run lead for the Frogs in a downpour. 1-1 pitch outside. 2-1 count. Although, not empty. There's still some fans around. Especially below here in the awning area. The 2-1 pitch. Swing and miss. 2-2. A lot of fans actually underneath the awning here. I hadn't really looked up and looked down at them. But those that were in the stands have traveled to protection. The 2-2 pitch. Outside for a ball. 3 balls, 2 strikes here. 2 outs. The rain picks up even a little bit more. Arthritis stands in. Jones drops back and delivers the payoff. And it's ball 4. Hart will get over to first off of the walk. And it will bring up Zach Shoemaker, the catcher. Shoemaker's got a base hit on the day. Came along with 2 RBIs as well. He is 1 for 4. The Frogs have put together 14 hits on the day to an average 3. 2 errors apiece. First pitch that Shoemaker sees, a fastball right across the plate, 0-1. It's been a nice trip here to Madison. The lone overnighter of the season to Madison as the 0-1 pitch goes by for a ball, 1-1. One pitch from Jones. Fastball that is outside, 2-1. Nice hotel that we stayed at right in downtown Madison. Players were able to catch Ubers and go check out the downtown if they really wanted to. I don't think any of them did. But we were close enough where like that was a possibility. Jones just hard at first, comes home with 2-1. It's swung on, a fly ball in the right field. Will it be playable? No, it falls into the stands over there in the beer garden. So a 2-2 count now. Ben Hart over at first, 2 outs. And then, of course, we talked about that really cool restaurant that we went and ate at called Rookies. There's a wiffle ball court in the backyard. When we got there, there were some children there playing, celebrating a 12th birthday party. I've been 11, actually. They were having a wiffle ball game. 2-2 pitch. Just misses the zone. Full count now, 3 balls, 2 strikes. But some of the players went down and talked with them and played an out or 2. The pitch. Swung on, fly ball into right field, tracking right as Mitchell gets underneath of it and grabs it to end the top of the 9th inning. We move to the bottom of the 9th after this. That will do it for the top of the 9th. Stay tuned. You're listening to WOCO Sports Stream on the Bullfrogs Radio Network.
60 years, Triangle Distributing has maintained itself as a leader in the market as it has responded to the changes in product innovation and consumer demands. It is in this commitment to employees, customers, community, and supplier partners that has enabled them to remain one of the best and most respected distributors in our state.
Wisconsin law requires all youth athlete organizations to educate coaches, athletes, and parents on the risks of concussions and head injuries. The law prohibits participation in a youth activity until the athlete and parents have signed an agreement sheet indicating they have reviewed concussion and head injury information materials. The Wisconsin Department of Public Instruction has published a Sideline to Safety Guidelines for youth athletic organizations. Visit the WIAA website to learn more at www.wiaawi.org.
Hello and welcome back to Madison, Wisconsin, here at Warner Park at the Duck Pond. My name is Knight, voice of the Bullfrogs, and we are about to get underway here with the bottom of the ninth inning. Due up for the Madison Mallards will be number 40, Zach Taylor. Taylor so far on the afternoon, 0 for 2. With one out on the board. There was a very inspiring video that was playing out on the video board out there during the break. To try to pump up a rally here for the Mallards. They're down by 7. The Bullfrogs lead 10-3. Zach Taylor squares in. He's 0 for 2 on the day and is still looking for his first hit in a Mallards uniform. He's a newcomer. First pitch, sees fastball right down. Oh, just missed it there. Thought it was right down Broadway. 1-0 count. O'Hanion's still out there pitching for the Frogs. 1-0 delivery. That one finds his zone. 1-1. 1-1 pitch. Swung on. Ground ball left side. Hart running to his right. Picks it up. Throws it to first. And it is in time. A nice scoop from first baseman Willie Bourbon. But a nice play by Ben Hart over there at the hot corner. Grounder that I thought might get by him, but he scoops it up and sides on him. Side arms it over to Bourbon at first for the first out. Bullfrogs 2 outs away. That'll bring up Jake Athene, who's 0 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts. Watches the first one run high. What a no. O'Hanian out on the bump, kicked his leg and delivers. 1-0 pitch, slowing outside, 2-0. Bullfrogs lead here 10-3. It came off of 14 hits for the Frogs. The Mallards would post just 4 hits on the afternoon. 2-0 runs inside. That actually hits off of Matheny. And he'll jog on over to first base. The Mallards here with a runner on after the hit by pitch. The Bullfrogs have hit a lot of players this season, to say the least. The first pitch that Cole Daly sees launches into center field. Well, the runner will come around second and get to third. It's a stand-up double for Cole Daly as he rockets one out there into center. 2 runners in scoring position now in the bottom of the 7th inning, and the Mallards have a little bit of life. Put on rally caps, folks, if you're a Mallards fan. Cade Bunnell now batting. For the Mallards. The fans here do have their rally caps on. And they flip their hats inside out or so, or backwards, wherever you want to, whatever type of rally cap kind of guy you are. Nonetheless, first pitch that Cade Bunnell sees runs outside, 1-0. Bunnell's 0 for 2 on the day with 2 strikeouts and 2 walks. O'Hanian delivers the 1-0. That one finds the zone inside, 1-1. O'Hanian goes and kicks off some dirt from his spikes and steps back on the rubber. Runners take their lead from second and third. 1-1 pitch, fouled back, 1-2. Funnel swinging for the fences there. Frogs have a 7-0 lead. They lead 10-3 here in the bottom of the ninth. The 1-2 pitch. Breaking ball that finds the outside zone. A backwards K for Nick Ohanian. His third strikeout of the night. So 2 outs board here. Bullfrogs 1 out away from defeating the Mallards here on game 2 of this road series. Jeffrey Mitchell Jr. stands in, watches the first one go by outside, 1-0. Ohanian, the righty, out of Mesa Community College, stands in. Delivers the 1-0 pitch. That's inside for a ball, 2-0. Yesterday, the Bullfrogs, of course, were mollywopped by the Mallards, 16-0. But here tonight, and put on the Mallards as they lead 10-3. At one point, we're up 10-1. 2-0 pitch comes across. Mitchell takes a cut at it, but it misses. 2-1. So a 2-1 count here, 2 outs on the board. Ohanian comes set. 1 out away from getting out of this one. Delivers the 2-1 that got away from him there. High and inside, in fact, behind the head of Mitchell. Moves it to a 3-1 count. As we have now hit close to 3 hours of game time. 3-1 pitch, swung on, line drive left field. That will score 1 run. They're going to send in another. The throw to the plate is high, and 2 runs will score for the Mallards. They now trail by 5. It's 10-5 here in the bottom of the ninth. As Angel Camacho, the first baseman, digs in. Camacho's for 3 on the day with a walk. With a runner over at first, it was a 2 RBI single for Jeffrey Mitchell. Ohanian has now allowed 4 earned runs here since coming into pitch. 2 in the 8th, and now 2 in the 9th. 1-0 delivery, swung on, line drive into left field, going back and gone. A 2-run shot for Angel Camacho. And the Mallards inch that much closer. They now trail by 3. It's a 10-7 ball game. The Mallards have put now 4 runs across in the bottom of the 9th inning. The score moves to 10-7. Nick Ohanian stays out on the mound for the Frogs. Brock Weimer digs in. The designated hitter today for the Mallards. First pitch he sees is a fastball and finds the inside of the zone, 0-1. The odds are against them. But so far with 4 here, in the bottom of the 9th, anything seems possible. 0-1 pitch goes by for a ball, a 1-1 count here. Ohanian comes set at the hip, delivers the 1-1. Swung on, ground ball left side to Hart, fields it, throws it across field, it's low, and Willie Bourbon can't catch it. It will be an E5 and Brock Weimer will round first and get all the way over to second base. Everything would have to go wrong for the Bullfrogs here for the Mallards to come back. And as of right now, that is what's happening. Should have been an out there. That would have been the end of the game. It's a ground ball over to Ben Hart. Fields it cleanly. The throw to first is off the bag. It bounces one time. Bourbon can't scoop it. First pitch that the new batter, Jalen Harrison, sees is swung on and fouled off. Another runner in scoring position here at second base. Jalen Harrison already with a double on the day. Belted one out into deep center field his last time up. 0-1 offering. Fastball, or rather breaking ball that finds the zone. An 0-2 count here, 2 outs on the board. Ohanian 1 strike away from escaping Madison. The 0-2. Swung on just inside. 1 ball, 2 strikes here, 2 outs on the board. The fans that have stuck around have gotten into it. What seemed like a impossible feat now almost seems possible. Bullfrogs lead by 3 runs, 10-7. The 1-2, low and in the dirt, evens up the count. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs. Ohanian went ahead in the count here, no balls to 2 strikes. The 0-2-2 delivery finds the zone. It's a backwards K that ends the game. Nick Ohanian would throw 3 strikeouts in his 2 innings out on the mound, and the Bullfrogs escape Madison with a 10-7 victory. The Bullfrogs improve to 7-10 on the season. The Mallards fall to 7-10 as well. The series against these 2 teams, 2 games to 2 games. In both contests, the Bullfrogs would get absolutely crushed in the first game and then win the second. Last night, the Frogs, of course, losing the first.
You're eating at home tired and worn out? It just doesn't have its stuff anymore. Its toppings are low and inside while the cheese is chin music. The time has come, friends, to make the switch. Make the call to the Brew Pub Bullpen. Bring in the relief and get the win with Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas. Made with premium toppings, then smothered in over half a pound of fresh 100% Wisconsin-made mozzarella cheese, Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizzas are the ingredients for a great time. Find us online at brewpubpizza.com, on Facebook at Brew Pub Pizza, or follow us on Instagram and Twitter at Brew Pub Pizza. Brew Pub Lots of Matzo Pizza, the ingredients for a great time.
Just like a great coach, State Farm agents Margie Dolan, Oconto, and Paul Huberty and Lena can help you develop a game plan for your insurance needs. Whether it's car, home, life, health, or business, agents Margie Dolan and Paul Huberty can help you find the affordable coverage you need. When your life and goals change, agents Margie Dolan and Paul Huberty will be there to help you adjust your insurance game plan with a free family insurance checkup. So for all your insurance needs, call on a winner. State Farm agents Margie Dolan at 834-5151 and Paul Huberty at 829-5555.
Did you hear? We've branched into your living room. This is Beth Larson from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust. Our e-branch at snbt.com lets you manage your money 24/7 from the comfort of your home. Apply for loans, check your balances, and even open accounts. Don't waste another minute. Visit snbt.com now to take advantage of all the convenience of our eBranch offers from the Stevenson National Bank and Trust, member FDIC, equal housing lender.
That has been Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on WLCO Stereo FM. Today's game being brought to you by 24/7 Well and Pump, Islandfeld, Scatcherd, and Anderson, the NIW Credit Union, O'Connell Pharmacy, the O'Connell Falls Insurance, Stevenson National Bank and Trust, and Witt's Piggly Wiggly. Also by America Inn, Brew Pub Pizza, Cellcom, Tri-City Glass, and Triangle Distributing. Stay tuned for more Green Bay Bullfrog Baseball on 107.1 WLCO Stereo FM. Have a great day.